I check this out. If real talk had a cousin that never shut up, it'd sound just like this. We crack jokes, we spill tea, we call out the nonsense folks too scared to say out loud. This that barbershop talk, that porch talk, that I told you she wasn't the one talk. From the dirty south to your timeline, we keep it funny, unfiltered, and just a little too honest. No scripts, no suits, just mics, vibes, and pure Mississippi flavor. So buckle up, because once we get to talking, we don't play it safe. Hey guys, girls, welcome to Talkin Greazy.
Yeah, I know what it feels like to be addicted. I know what it feels like to not be heard. I know what it feels like to be misunderstood. Phone on D&D. I don't wanna talk, I don't wanna speak. I know what it's like to not be heard. I know how it feels to not wanna eat. Everything good whenever the sun shine, and I'm the one carry the load. I had to give it to God with tears in my eyes, cause I ain't wanna live no more. Been through depression, been through addiction. He was the one that was with me. Everyone telling me how to feel, but no one to keep it real. I heard this small voice saying, son, I can save you. Go and help my people use the gift that I gave you. Thoughts on suicide, here's the reason I'm alive. Oh Lord, I hope you hear my cry. And you remind me that I'm not alone. They keep saying that the good die young, and I'm all alone. Need a hero to save me from my thoughts. Couldn't leave it alone, maybe it's my fault. I need Jesus, Jesus. I need Jesus, Jesus. Break the chains I'm bound, I wanna be free. Need the Son of God to come and save me. I need Jesus, Jesus. I need Jesus, Jesus.
Ain't got no fear, keep telling myself my God gon' help me get through it. All this pain, man, I've been through it. Ain't trying to get fame, but I influence. No, pardon, Lord, please. How can I see? How can I leave? Can you help me, Lord? I'm crying within me. Few times I felt like killing myself. That was the worst I felt. I was making my better now, man. God, will you help me say please times anywhere that you would not fail me. I realized I've been selfish, and he gave me light and I felt it. He took my depression, now I feel joy cause the Lord God gave me forgiveness. Now I gotta change my live, tell people about Jesus that's stuck in addiction. Gotta go back to the prison, you can't do this on your own. You forgiving my sins, yeah.
I'm all alone, need a hero to save me from my thoughts. Couldn't leave it alone, maybe it's my fault. I need Jesus, Jesus. I need Jesus, Jesus. Break the chains I'm bound, I wanna be free. Need the Son of God to come and save me. I need Jesus, Jesus. I need Jesus, Jesus.
Hey, yo, what's up, gang? Big Trim, I see you in the building out there. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Yo, what's good, fam? What's good, family? What's good out there? We back. We back with another. We back and the shop is wide open. Wide slap open. Oh crap, where she go? Okay, never mind. Anywho, shop is wide open, man. So hey, y'all tap in, bro. Tap in. Tap in. Hit that like button as you come in the building. Please drop a comment just to let me know you in there. Hit that subscribe button if you're familiar with the content. But welcome back, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, so how everybody doing out there tonight? How is everybody doing? Go and drop the link in the chat just to have it in there. You never know what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna drop the link. Link is pinned in the chat just in case. Whoever come in, wanna come up and pop out, bro. You feel me? So, hey, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Appreciate you for tapping in. Once again, bro, hit that like button to drop a comment if you in the building. So, we ain't gonna waste a lot of time. We are not gonna waste a lot of time. We're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna go and get the content rolling. You feel me? So when they come in, they come in. When they leave, they leave. Whatever you decide to do. But it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. And it already done been. But it's already been. You feel me? Follow it. If you follow it, hey, appreciate you for following. But let's get into it. We're gonna get into the content, man. Hey. So once again, appreciate y'all tapping in, man. So like I said, we back in the building, man. The voice of the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes I'm the therapist that don't get paid. You feel me? Like, so I don't know how nobody else feel, but that's how I feel. But tonight, we're gonna talk about who falls in love faster, men or women. Just let that ponder on your mind right there for a quick second. Who falls in love faster, men or women? Now, don't lie. Don't play holy. Don't do none of that. You've been there. You've been there. We all been there. You know what I'm saying? For y'all women, it's probably that, you know, that hey, big head, you know, turn into good morning, my love, way too fast. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Feel me? Because the street got theories. You know what I'm saying? The street has theories. Some say women fall first, but men fall harder. You got other people say, hey, men fall faster because, you know, they meet that one woman that can, you know, cook a good meal and they got their belly full and they ready to risk it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but we're going to peel it back. We're going to peel it back layer by layer. We're going to turn this thing into an onion tonight. We're going to peel it back layer by layer. Mississippi style. Real, raw, and unfiltered. You feel me? That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to do it because we're at the shop. You know what I'm saying? We're at the shop and it's open, wide open. See, that's crazy. I'm sorry, but see, love today. I don't think it's the same like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, folks had to court. You had to go meet the daddy. You had to shake his hand. You know what I'm saying? You had to promise to have that girl back by dusk. Dusk, not dark, not dusk. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows what that dusk is, you from the country, you know that. Hey, that's when it's that golden brown in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Red before that sun go down, that golden brown. You gotta have like dusk. You know what I'm saying? Now you just got. Now you need is a little Wi-Fi. A little social media. A little playlist. You know. People fall in love over voice notes. You know what I'm saying? And off your voice, and they like how you talk and how you sound. You know what I'm saying? But the question is, who does it faster? That's the question. Now, we're gonna go with the gentleman first, okay? I just have to think about which way I want to roll first, you feel? But we're gonna go with the gentleman first, okay? Let's go with the fellas. Let's go with the fellas. Don't get mad at the fellas. It is what it is. Feel me? I'm talking to myself in this thing too. So now, men love to act tough. You know what I'm saying? We got that big macho thing about us, the testosterone, is real big in us. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't care. That's how we act, like we just chilling. Feel me? But soon as that woman show him some consistency, it's game over. It's game over. Finish him. You feel what I'm saying? Like she called him by a nickname, one time, and he on YouTube looking up ring sizes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, all she did is call you baby one time. Like, fam, y'all just met last week. Come on, man. You all ready? Woo to woo. You feel me? You all ready to propose? Ready to get on that one knee? You know what I'm saying? Ready to change last names? You feel me? You already there. But all he can say is the way she said it felt different. That's all he's saying in that moment. The way she said it felt different, man. This girl got a different vibe about her. Like, I like her, bro. She texted me back in time. She calling me on her breaks. Feel me? So it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? And I know ladies out there right now saying, no, no, no. They like the men don't fall in love faster. You let the women tell the men just fall in lust. Mm. And I don't know. You feel me? We just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We just topping it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I can say you ain't wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes mistake attraction for affection. You know what I'm saying? They try to get the cookies. You know what I'm saying? Woo. I don't know what kind of cookies it is, but they trying to get the cookies. So they see a pretty face and be like, man, I love her. Like, bro, you love how she look in that sundress. You don't really love her. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as she disagree with you one time, now you saying she acted funny. But you just loved it in the sundress because you don't really know it yet. So, that one disagreement changes your mind real quick. You feel me? So, but let's be honest. I really think women fall in love with the potential of a man. The women see a man with ambition, and say he not there yet, but I see it in him. You know what I'm saying? They see it in him to help him get it there or guide him to get there. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, he trying to do it, borrow your Wi-Fi password so he can play your PS5. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't there yet. You know. You ever notice how women, they kind of do their homework before some shit hit the fan? Like they check your Instagram, they check your likes, you know, they go back on your old Facebook posts, they type it in, trying to see what your baby mama look like, the drama, you know, they got your life mapped out. They done turned into the FBI, the CIA in that mug, you feel me? So by the time you go on that second date, she know your sister name, your brother name, your mama name. She know your zodiac sign. She know where your mama work, where your daughter go to school at. Like she know all that. But the men, we just be like, man, she cute. She funny. It's like, man, she could possibly be mine. That's it. That's the application process for a man. It's not that hard. We just gonna be honest. It's not that hard. But here's the real truth. Like we gonna just go down through that. Like, and I know y'all gonna feel me on this one. Men fall faster, but women love deeper. And let me tell you why. I think a man might fall in love in a week. You know what I'm saying? But a woman will stay in that love for years, even when she should. Even when she should be that left your little knucklehead, ashy feet, bow-legged tail somewhere years ago. But yet she's still there, still in love with you, still trying to push it through because she's down potential. She's still waiting to see that potential come through. That's why when relationships end, men wild out first. They wild. They wild. They feel like they free. They feel like a wild animal just got out the zoo or something. He ain't got no barriers no more. You know what I'm saying? So he just running wild. But the women hurt longer. The dude out here partying, posting up. He posting new stories of him in the club drinking. Getting this party on. Meanwhile, that woman is crying to her best friend, to her homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoop the whoop, why this do that? Why that happened? Why that happened? You know what I'm saying? But give it 3 months. Give it a few months, bro. You give that mug a few months, and that same dude is texting her like, "Hey, stranger, what you doing?" Or, "Hey, beautiful," or, "Hey, I miss you." You know what I'm saying? Cause see, the love is different when you break it down biologically and emotionally. You feel me? Like it's truly different. Like men are visual creatures. Like we love most of the time the appearance of what we can see. That's most of the time. We love the appearance of what we can see most of the time. Women are emotional. They are emotional creatures. They love what they can feel. That's why if you notice, most of your women, and we're gonna for the people that believe in love language, most of your women love language is words of affirmation. Because they love what they can feel. They like to feel the words that you speak into them or that you say to them. That's why most of them are words of affirmation, because they are emotionally creatures. So yeah, men might fall in love quicker, but we fall off quicker too. I ain't in love with you after about a week, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I said 3 weeks. After about 3 weeks, I ain't in love with you no more. We breaking up. Women, they'll ride it till the wheels fall off to that road you can't see no more. They ride down a dark road in a car with no headlights. They is riding on that train to Georgia. Like even if they caught smoking, they ride that boy. Still on there with him, still trusting, still trying to hold the process through, still seeing the potential in that person. But let's talk about why. Okay? Let's talk about why. One thing about it, I think a lot of men never got real love growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like most men, we was told to man up, not to open up, So when a woman finally listens, supports, or checks on it without wanting something in return, he don't know how to act. He'd be like, "Yo, is this love? Like, or I'm getting tricked? Or is this a game? Like, is like if somebody finna jump out and say, gotcha? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, nah, bro, she just asked if you ate. But it's been 3 years since anyone cared for you. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of didn't feel that, or you don't forgot how I feel. For somebody that actually care for you. Like that's why men fall faster. We starving for emotional connection. We want it. We want it real bad. Like, but women, they've been trained. They've been trained to filter love through caution. You know what I'm saying? They seen their mama get played. They seen their auntie cry over the wrong man. They seen their sister get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they seen all these examples of the wrong man. So now they might feel love fast, but they show it slow because they seen what showing love can get you out of the people that's in their circle, or that they've been around, or that they were previous to see, growing up or just at an adult age in their life. You don't see a man in love, that man change overnight. I'm talking about change. I'm talking about he started talking different, he started dressing different. He go from talking that little slang in the country to, like what up dog to, yeah, me and Bay just having brunch. Man ain't never said brunch a day in their life. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden he got this woman and he talking about some brunch. He don't even know what time brunch is. But he just know he got brunch now. but you sitting there asking like, since when did you eat food that come with a time frame now? Normally you just eat. Now all of a sudden you got certain times of the day you eat because you done met a woman. Like, come on, bro. Stick to the script. And women in love, like, oh, they start soft, don't you? You feel what I'm saying? Real soft. They posted pictures, little captions like they grateful, with a man hand in the corner, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to do like little teasers, you know what I'm saying? Cause they don't want to post the whole picture because they don't know if it's gonna last. You feel me? Like they try to be very slow with it. Like they try to have the streets confused because the streets watching. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the friend girls and that girl, who hand is that girl? I see that hand in the picture. You know what I'm saying? Then 3 weeks later, she posts his whole face. And her caption is like, "My piece." You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but love speed ain't just about gender. It has intent plays a major part into, you know, men fall fast when they ready to settle. When they ready to settle down and they don't feel like they done playing their games and stuff like that. Like they fall in love so quick then. Like, like for real, it's like, okay, yeah, I found one. Okay, yep, let me go and get married. Oh well, we'll do it. Whatever it is, come with it. I'm game. You know what I'm saying? Because they ready to settle down. You know what I'm saying? Women fall fast when they feel safe, when they feel that security, when they feel that protector. You know what I'm saying? When they can feel them things. Now, whether that man is good or not, but as long as they can feel them things, they gonna fall. A man can meet like 10 women, and only the one who make who can make him peaceful will have his heart. Only that one. Like he can meet 10 of them, but only that one where he feel comfortable and peaceful at, that's gonna be the one that's gonna have his heart. Now whether he be with that person or not is different, but that's gonna be the one that have his heart. A woman can meet 10 men, and the only one who make her secure will have his. Like they love security. You feel me? So once you think about it, it's like, is it that far fetched to say that either or fall in love with her? You know what I'm saying? Like we just throwing it out there, but either or, maybe it's situational. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk about social media role in this too. We're gonna talk about that for a second. Like nowadays, people they fall in love with a vibe, not the person, but a vibe. Just because this person can I can have a good time with them, not necessarily knowing who the person is or what the person enjoys, but just a vibe. Just because that person like your playlist, and like little posts that you put on social media, like, or the way they type "Good morning," you like that, and then boom, here you is in love. Whole time they're a completely different person in real life, completely different. She's spiritual online, but then when y'all face to face, she toxic. He posts quotes about loyalty online, but he texting 3 different women good morning. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, love grew through time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think when people got married back in the day they was actually in love because they ain't have a whole lot of time to spend with each other. I think they actually fell in love after they got married. If you listen to some older people talk about how they dated or how they courted people back in the day, now it's like microwave love. You know what I'm saying? It's hot and quick, and then it's gone fast. You feel me? It's hot and quick, and then it's gone fast. It's a microwave type of love. You feel me? Like me and slide in DMs like, hey, you beautiful queen. You know what I'm saying? Or good morning, beautiful. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? That's the way men slide in DM. You know, and then ghost her when she don't respond for 10 minutes. Because why? Hey, he trying to get that response. He trying to see what it's about. He trying to see what's going on. So love used to be about patience. You used to have to be patient to fall in love back in the day. Now it's about who will reply more, me or you. And they call it consistency now. That's what they call it. Who's more consistent? That's what they call it now. And it's like, maybe you are, maybe I ain't. Woo. You know? But you ever notice how women test love early? Like, just think about it. Just think about some of the stuff you done been through. Think about what that happened in your relationship. You ever notice how they test? Do little sneaky things. I say sneaky. To test that love early. You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, if you wanted to, you would. And you know it's men. You know. Especially if we've been having problems, you know, like, yeah, if I do, you still find a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my response to it anyway. Like I feel like you still find something wrong with it if we've been consistently having this problem anyway. Like both sides funny. But it shows how different we process feelings between a man and a woman. Like women analyze love, they actually go deep into it. Love with a woman is not just a surface type of thing. Like they digging, you know what I'm saying? Like me and we just freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we going day by day, whatever it is, it is. You know what I'm saying? We freestyle on that mother, like on the track. You know, she reading relationship books. She done got Steve Harvey books, how to think like a man. Like she done all this. You know what I'm saying? Like all that man trying to do is read her body language. Like, what you want to do next? You feel me? Like different schools, but the same subject. Feel me? Some problems us men don't even know we got. But them women swear up and down it's been a problem for a long time. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Women, they they analyzing you the whole time, like in a relationship. There's not a moment in that relationship that woman is not analyzing something about you. Not a moment in it that they're not analyzing something about you that they see that is good or that they see that's a problem. Now, whether they speak on it that exact moment or not is different because a lot of times women hold on to something and then come back later and speak on it and be like, oh, I noticed this 2 years ago in you. Like, huh? 2 years ago? Like, yeah, you've been doing this for 2 years. You didn't know she was doing it? Like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm confused. And that's how it be. That's how it be sometimes. Like different schools, same subject. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for us, we just, oh, okay. And for us, we just going along to get along. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we good. Long as you can kind of make us happy. Long as you can cook a little bit. Long as you can clean a little bit. Long as you can make love to us. Like, hey, we pretty much game on our end. You know what I'm saying? That's how it be. Why you tell me it was a problem as soon as you seen it? That's why. That's what I try to figure out. Right? Cause like I said, they analyze it, bro. So most women, and this is me talking. I ain't a woman. I ain't got a woman on the panel right now to defend them, but I'm gonna talk from my experience. So I think most women, they analyze you and then they wait to see you make that same mistake over and over again with them before they say something about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want to test you to see how many times you gonna do this before you notice it or before I have to voice my opinion about it or voice what I think I see. You know what I'm saying? But to your point, yeah, if you let me know as soon as you see it, and then that way we can fix it, or maybe we can work on fixing it. But you just hide it, and you decide to bring it up whenever you feel like it, because now you tired of it happening. And it's like, because sometimes it's me, we don't even know we doing this stuff to these women. Sometimes I ain't even lying. Sometimes I don't. I don't even be knowing what I be doing sometimes, but I get told I'm doing it. You know? So is that them giving you the benefit of the doubt, or them building up ammunition for their argument? They could be both of them. It honestly could be both of them. It could be them giving you benefit of the doubt, thinking maybe this is just a little mishap that happened, and maybe he's not like this all the time, or maybe he don't do this regular, or it could be building up ammunition for an argument. Because we all know, let's be honest, we all know that most women love to win arguments or disagreements or however you want to say them. Um, they love that. They don't like to lose disagreements with a man because they feel like they've studied their man and seeing what he's done wrong. They feel like they've taken mental notes or physical notes because I know some that take physical notes when stuff happens. So they are very methodical in that way that they do stuff when you talk about relationship wise. So it can be a little of both. But for me, I think it's more of building up that argument so I can prove to you this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? So would us men be wrong to do the same thing? In my opinion, we wouldn't be. But in a woman's opinion, we probably would be. We would be so wrong because now, if you do that, you got to make sure you take physical notes. It can't be mental notes. You got to take physical notes. And I almost got to have some videos too for women because just you saying it, nah, that ain't gonna work. You got to have some backbone. You got to have some evidence. You got to go in court in front of 12 jurors. Like you got to. This is almost an Erdl trial. Like you really got to be on your P's and Q's because at that point, if you do that, you're going into a court of law. You're going into a court of law with that woman because she most of them not gonna believe that you said they done something wrong. Um, so that's why I say you gonna have to have some evidence and prove that to them because it ain't gonna go. It ain't gonna go this simple. Just say, hey, baby, you done this wrong. I mean, I felt like this was disrespectful. Nah, it ain't gonna go that simple. You got to have some evidence, some documents, some videos. You know what I'm saying? Some voice memos, something recorded when she did it. Like, nah, you got to. Yeah, you got to be on your your Elliot type of stuff off Law and Order. You got to turn into a detective and know how to get this stuff without a knowing. For real, like so. But truth be told, man, I really think both sides, men and women, fall in love kind of fast these days. Like, cause most of us is lonely. Most of us are lonely and seeking for that companionship out here. Like, and some of us are tired, tired of pretending we don't care when we really do, knowing that we want a, a, a companion, a significant other, a woman, a man, or just a relationship or someone to say I'm coming home to. You know what I'm saying? Like love used to be something people grew into. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause like I said a while ago, I think a lot of older people grew into love. I don't even think they loved each other when they got married. I think they actually grew to love each other in the midst of the marriage. Because back then you didn't have a lot of courting or slash dating, whichever one you want to use, going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but now it's something almost like we chase to kind of feel the silence of not having someone to talk to, the silence of not having someone to confide in, you know, the silence of not feeling loved. You know what I'm saying? So we so we possibly can fall in love quick or fast because we're seeking that. What we got there? Love is something that needs to be nurtured and grown. If it's only one person putting the effort and the other isn't, it's not going to work. And that's true. And that's so true. And that's back to what I said a while ago. Like, we got to stop pretending like we don't care when we really do. Because for most of us, if either or that woman or that man leave, then here we is. Uh, for most of us, we're gonna start off good the first week or so after they leave, but then after that, we crying, we boo-hooing, we wondering why it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta stop acting like we don't care and actually put in that effort to be with that person that we act like we in love with, then or in love with. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about love or companionship because both I believe can be mistaken for the same thing depending on the circumstance, and that's true. And that's true. But what I'm talking about, I'm just talking about love right now. Now, but love and companionship can easily be mistaken for two different things. So, um, and to your point, yeah, depending on the circumstances, but people have to understand what each of them are because you can have companionship without being in love. You know what I'm saying? You really can. And a lot of people don't understand that, but you definitely can. So, being in love or about love is totally different because if you are in love with somebody, then you should be it should be growing into that what we call that agape type of love. You know what I'm saying? That love that kind of supersedes all. You know what I'm saying? That agape love is different than just regular love. And if you're spending the rest of your life with someone, I think that agape love is what you should be geared toward. you know. But you can have love without companionship. That's true. It can be vice versa. That's true too, man. You definitely can. You definitely can. So, hold on one second. Since you saying that, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Since you saying that, hold on. All right. Hold up, 1 second. How are your horses? Horses hold. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Oh well. It ain't what I want to do. But you definitely can. You definitely can have um, love without companionship. And then that causes a problem too because they want that. They want that. They want both of them together. That's the ideal. But you can't. No, you can't. I think you can have love without companionship. I think you can. I think you saying you can't. Um, I think you can because um, let's see how can I say this? Um, trying to see how can I say this? Hello. Cause I could definitely be in love with you and kind of um not kind of be on that level of companionship with you. Um, because companionship, uh, cause companionship is someone that you just want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily be in love with, but you just want to be with because you don't want to be alone. You know, so you kind of settling um, for that. So you're not trying to build a marriage with them. You just kind of seeking that companionship from them. Um, you just want a little of a connection. You just want a little support. And maybe y'all kind of had like similar experiences throughout life. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of brings the connection a little bit closer together with the companionship. But um, in love or love somebody, to me, the only thing I think that really separated is the romantic part of it. Because of companionship, if we just doing a real life companionship, then there's no romantic part to it. It's just having a certain type of support or connection with each other. You know what I'm saying? But now, if I love you, then there should be some type of physical intimacy between us. You know, some type of romantic love. You know, and it usually implies like a higher level of a commitment because I am in love with you because we're trying to, this is a shared like future that we're trying to build. You know what I'm saying? Companionship, we're not really building that. It is what it is. We're just there for the surface level. Well, I wouldn't say surface level. We're just there for the benefit of what the conversation can bring to each other. Like, how can you love a person, like truly love them, but not want the companionship? Well, I don't think at that point I don't think you truly love that person. Um, cause like I said, the companionship is just a person that's more really just I would say more generally flexible type of person for what they trying to do with their life. Um, but if you truly in love, now you seeking some portion of companionship. But that's if you truly in love. If you're not, then you just seeking the bare minimum from them, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's not the person you really trying to be with. So you seeking the bare minimum from them and probably seeking companionship from somebody else, even though you love them. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be like, everybody don't give them what they want in a relationship. Like some people don't give them that emotional support. Some people don't give them that. They ain't had no shared experiences, so they can't understand what that person talking about when they try to discuss their feelings or emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people have, like, I guess you can say, best friends. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody similar to their life experiences, so they can confide in, because the person that they in love with, a person that they love, or if they or a person that they're at home with every day, don't kind of understand their feelings and the stuff that they've been through. You know what I'm saying? But how would that work without companionship? If you don't have companionship, and it's not a true relationship. Mm, well, it could work. It would just require that individual to have, as I was just stating, to have some type of outside individual. I won't try to do that. To have some type of outside individual for that companionship. You know what I'm saying? That way, that's the way it will work, because they will seek that companionship from someone else, but still actually be in love with the person that they live with. Because some people say, okay, you say companionship, most people relate it to, like, best friends or something like that. You know, and some people believe that in a relationship, the husband and wife should be best friends, and some people believe they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Some people have a husband and wife that they can confide in about everything, and then some people have to go outside that husband or wife and find a best friend that they can confide in about stuff, and not everything at home with that person. Because that person might be a jealous person, or that person might be an envious person. You know what I'm saying? So you just tell them every little thing that goes on, and then they spaz out because they are that type of person. Then who knows? Let's just say, you in a marriage, and say this lady goes to the store and this man actually hits on her, not physically hit, but trying to talk to her, whoop de whoop de woo, and then she goes home and she tells her husband, but her husband is a jealous type of guy. You know what I'm saying? And then the husband in return spazzes out on her, because he feel like, oh, you being friendly, oh, you doing too much. Why is he talking to you? Why did you take the conversation too long? You know what I'm saying? Little nuances that he looking for that he felt like shouldn't have happened. And then sooner or later, that lady gonna stop confiding in him, because she gonna stop wanting the backlash that comes with coming home to tell her husband what actually happened. So at that point, she gonna go seek someone else she can confide in to get it off of her. Whether it's a best friend, or whether it's a mama, or whether it's a sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just little stuff like that. And that's part of companionship that can be separate, even when someone's in love. You know what I'm saying? She for the streets then. Man, nah, I don't know, make for the streets. No, but I'm saying she ain't done nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? She ain't done nothing wrong. She just, cause nowadays, and I heard a lady tell me this. Nowadays, you almost need to carry on a conversation a little bit longer with a man that's trying to hit on you, because so many people out here now are crazy, or they'll do off the wall stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and she said it to me like this. She said, instead of me getting shot, I just carried on the conversation till I could leave the place that I was at. You know what I'm saying? Because every man ain't good with rejection. Some men don't like to be rejected. They can't stand that word no. They don't care if you got a man, they don't care. They don't care about none of that. They cannot stand that word no. You know what I'm saying? And I know I've seen stories to where they've said certain things that happen to certain women because of they said no to a man and try to talk to him, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't blame them, you know. But if you talk about things with someone else other than your partner, and they gonna get in their feelings for telling your business, but see now, and that's what I'm saying. But and I'm not saying this is the way it should go, but I'm just speaking honestly, okay? Because if you got a best friend, number one, if that's your actual best friend, you should be able to talk about anything and then never get back to anybody. If we being honest now, if I say that is my best friend, I should be able to tell him anything and not nobody else know anything about it. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, he can't say, um, you tell his business because you told the one person that you know supposed to be able to hold everything you tell him. Or the camera tonight, bro. I'm shy tonight. I don't know. I'm shy tonight. I don't know. I might cut it off. Sometimes I just like to rock out. That's the camera. That's the camera. You know what I'm saying? So, hold up 1 second. Okay, what this? Why? Why? Why what, Madeline? Why what, Madeline? Madeline, why what, Madeline? But for real though, if that's your best friend, then you shouldn't have to worry about her saying nothing else to nobody. So he should in return shouldn't even know that you told his business or that you even confide in your best friend, because that's the whole point of her being your best friend is for you to confide in her and for her to hold your hot water. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, okay. I don't know who this is. Okay. Hey, welcome Courtney Chapman. Okay. Appreciate you for tapping in. So from my understanding, you feel like it's okay to tell your marital problems to your man friends instead of your wife. Hold on. Let me read it again. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying before I answer this. You just came out the blue on me. Okay. So from my understanding, you feel like it's okay to tell your marital problems to your man friends instead of your wife. I'm not saying it's okay, but what I'm saying is it a lot of times it determines on what type of person your wife or your husband is. You know what I'm saying? Because if they, and the example I used was that they're a jealous type of person, then if you tell them that this particular person was trying to hit on you at the store and they in turn turn it on you like you done something wrong, I think, in my opinion, as a human, at some point I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna get tired of being blamed for doing something wrong when all I was doing was trying to avoid the conversation and get back home safe. You see what I'm saying? So now, if I get every time I do this, I get blamed for it. Every time I do this, every time somebody hit on me. Okay, let's just say I got a wife. I'm a nice looking man. You feel me? So every time I go to the store, some woman is hitting on me. But every time I tell my wife, she blames me for being flirty. She blames me for being attractive. It's something I done wrong. At some point, I'm gonna get tired of getting blamed for something that I can't control. So I feel like at that point, most humans, most people are gonna repel. They're gonna repel from telling that person that particular incidents continue to happen. But they would confide in someone that they felt like wouldn't blame them for the incidents happening. You know what I'm saying? Because some people that's jealous do tend to blame you for something that you can't control if they got a jealous type of personality. That's why I was saying that now. But if your significant other, your wife, your husband, whichever situation may be, now if they're an understanding person and they understand I got an attractive spouse, and regardless of what happens, somebody's gonna try to talk to them at some point in their life, and they understand that, then it should be you going to tell your significant other what happened because y'all should be able to sit down and talk about it, and it'll be no problem. But I was only speaking on if your significant other is a jealous type of person. Hmm. If you getting blamed for something you didn't do or have never done, typically you gave the woman some reason to feel that type of way. Ah, now, now once again, let me see something real quick. Hold up, bam, 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 boo, bam, bam, b, papa. Okay, look at pinned in the chat now. If y'all want to come up, you can by all means. Okay, but hey, let's get back to what he's saying. Okay, now that could be true, but at the end of the day, I think everybody can change. You know what I'm saying? So I might have gave you a reason to think that 3 years ago, but now I'm trying to be a more open type of person in my relationship with you. So regardless, I still know I'm not doing nothing wrong. So it still don't feel good. I don't think as a human, I don't think as anybody, it feel good to continue to get blamed for something that you know you're not doing at that exact moment. Now, it's something I've done in the past that you're gonna hold over my head for 10 years, then we need to just go and separate because how they gonna work if you still holding something over my head from that long ago? You see what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, we all make mistakes or do little things that can be held against us in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? All right, but where we at? Okay, hold up, where we go? Okay, bam, okay. So at that point, you would need to have an actual conversation with your wife. A woman knows she has an attractive man. Why be jealous or blame you for being attractive? Feel me? Yeah, yeah. I do feel you. I do feel you. But I'm just stating situations that can possibly happen. Now, if your woman understands that, then it shouldn't have been no problem from the door. You see what I'm saying? But I know from prior experience in my life, I've seen some jealous women that will get mad over a situation like that and blame you for it. I've lived that firsthand, honestly. And so that's why that scenario so easily popped in my head because I've lived that. Now, to your point, you should have a conversation. Yeah, that might work for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But to Gobbler Thunder comment, if I've done something in the past that warrants this now, then even the conversation ain't gonna help because you still gonna be thinking I'm doing something to attract this or I'm seeking this out, you know. So my thing would be anyway, I always tell people, I'm sorry, if you should be able to go anywhere, I can go anywhere. Unless I'm going to work, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But if I'm just going to the store and it's happening, you should be able to go with me anyway. And then we ain't got no problem. But now you see what actually happens. Or you see, or it's prevented from happening because now you with me. You see what I'm saying? So, but in a way, that's them problem. They need to fix something in them or reflect. Maybe they are insecure about themselves. And that's true. That could be very true. Because insecure people do take it out on other people most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to make sure they is better. Okay. I feel like there are deeper issues in the marriage. I agree with Trevor. Okay, okay, cool, man. Okay, so you know Trevor. Okay, so I was trying to figure out who you is. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool, man. Mm. I be trying to figure out who people is when they pop up. Okay, so and sometimes it is. Sometimes it is a deep issue because a lot of times stuff like that, a situation like that, it stemmed from something in the past that you gave an inkling of something that you might do something similar to that without them in your presence. You know what I'm saying? So then the conversation about trust needs to be had. That's true. That's true. It definitely needs a conversation about trust would definitely need to be had then. But shoot, like I said, my conversation would be, "Hey, just go with me." That'll be mine. Just go with me. Then we ain't never got to hit this problem again. Just go with me. Yeah, if either the wife or husband is doing that to you, there is a deeper problem within the marriage that needs to be dealt with between y'all. That's true. It's not going to work for a little bit. Trust, exercise, and marriage, trust, and open communication. Yeah, yeah. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing. I like to be honest. I like to be honest. Like this, and I ain't saying y'all ain't being honest. It's just me talking. Like so. Um, you just wrote that comment right there, and kudos to you for writing that comment. Thank you. All that sounds good. All that sounds great. Sounds amazing. If we would say um, every marriage is a perfect marriage, you know what I'm saying? But I think everybody has a. And it's just me speaking now. Don't get mad at me for that, but this is just me speaking. I think everybody has a little bit of trust issues, a little bit. You know, might not be major to where it affects a relationship, but has a little bit a trust issue with certain situations and maybe certain people to an extent. You know, open communication. Open communication is great, amazing, amazing. But I do feel like this. It's just me now. It's just me. We just talking. Hey, this a panel. Everybody's opinion matters. Everybody's opinion is valid. I do feel like this. If you've been in a relationship or a marriage with your significant other for a certain length of time, I think people learn what um, what they should share with them and what they shouldn't share with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is my opinion. Now, hey, it might be some people out there that's doing it. If it is, kudos to you. But I don't think no woman and man in no type of relationship is telling each other everything. Okay. Okay. It's just me being honest. Okay. 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 No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't think they is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to cause problems in nobody's marriage or nobody's relationship. But um because let's just say this, okay? Let's just say you married and you go to the store, and I'm using the same similar scenario, and this dude try to talk to you, but nothing really happens. You know what I'm saying? He don't get too far, but he just asks you a couple questions. You know what I'm saying? At that point, do you actually go home and tell your husband because nothing happened? You know, or it didn't escalate into nothing, or it didn't get past two questions, or you know what I'm saying? Because is that big a deal? Because to your point a while ago, um, that significant other should know that he has someone attractive, pretty, sexy, woo woo woo, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So would that be a big deal to go home and tell your husband? So now let me say this: some people think it would be, and some people think it wouldn't be. You see what I'm saying? So at that point, you let's just say we 50-50 on it. So half of the people ain't gonna tell, and half of the people is. It's just little nuances like that that I think sometimes we just don't tell our significant other every little detail that happens. You know what I'm saying? But the open communication is key, especially if it's something major. Something major need to be discussed. Now, but I feel like it worked longer. That a little bit. Yeah, that's true. That will make it work longer. Uh, you have to make time to put in the work. You definitely have to do that because, hey, the Bible say, I'm sorry, I ain't need to go there. You know, you definitely have to take it to put in the work. And both individuals have to put in that work, not just one. So she shouldn't have to follow you around to the store, etc. She wants to trust you. Hold up. See, I don't know you. Hold up. I'm just got to show you something real quick. Because I don't know you real quick. Um, do you see this? You see how good I look? Do you see how good? Hold up. Let me put the light on real quick. Hold up. Just trying to show you something real quick. Just need to inform you. Do you see how good I look? Uh, what's your name again? Hold on. What's your name? Let me go back to your name. Courtney. Zay Courtney? Zay Courtney? Chapman? I don't know. Zay Courtney? Courtney. We just gonna call you Courtney. Okay, yeah. Anywho, you see how good I look. Sweetie, she needs to go to the store with me. She needs to. I have to beat them off with sticks. Every day. Every day. Gotta beat them off. She needs to go with me. Just so I ain't got to deal with the stuff when I get back home and I tell her these 10 women tried to talk to me because I went to 2 different stores. Okay? I just wanted you to see that. Just needed you to see that. I just wanted you to be aware of the situation at hand. Feel me? So appreciate you. And Madeline, I always agree with somebody, Madeline. And I agree with Courtney. You have to have trust in a marriage and a relationship. If there's not trust, it's not going to work. It leads to bigger issues. Now that's true. I definitely can agree with you on that. And see, and that's why a lot of time people just be that's what I'm looking for. Just there. You know, in a marriage, they just there. You know, it ain't no real um communication, it ain't no real vibe. They just existing with each other instead of actually being married to each other. That tends to happen a lot over time, you know, with people. Yeah. So I agree with you. I don't know why you agree with Courtney though. I don't know what Courtney is. Exactly. Maddie. Okay, she wanna agree with you now, Maddie. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what y'all got going on, agreeing with each other and stuff. But anywho, exactly, Maddie. Marriages are perfect, but luckily we aren't talking about perfect marriages, but real life situations. Emotional intelligence is something so vital. Okay, you sound like you got a little knowledge on yourself. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is. Um, but see, the thing about it though, emotional intelligence, there's no time frame, there's no age restriction on it. You know what I'm saying? Like that can come at 20 or they can come at 50. You know what I'm saying? So it plays a very important part, but who knows when that person will get to that? You can have an appetite. You just can't stay for dinner. No ham and yams. That's what I be telling them. I be like, no, 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 no. You can't get no ham. Mm-mm. That's what I be telling them. I be able to beat them off with a bat. I'm tickled. No, you don't know me. Mad in trouble or my brother and sister. I was so invited to your podcast. Thank you for showing up. Then, I said I'm gonna call you. I said I'm gonna call you Courtney. Thank you for showing up then, Courtney. Since you was invited. I tap in every night. Every night we try to be live. Every night. Every night. You sound like you got a nice little head on your shoulder. You done sound like you done been through a little bit already though. But that's neither here nor there or on the side of the road or nothing like that. So, but um she said she took him for some reason. Courtney is my best friend. Malin, I ain't even know you had a best friend. I ain't even know that. I ain't even know. I thought Trevor was your best friend. You can't have a one best friend now. Either Trevor your best friend or Courtney. You can't have but one. You can't just be naming random best friends because you want to say that now. You can't do that. Right, as you always have to open to learn, especially if it comes to your person. You're right, Courtney. You're right. So you are you open to learning, or are you just talking good on this podcast? Because you writing a lot of stuff that sounds good now, but are you walking what you typing? What is it? Yeah, just thought I was a loner. No, I didn't think you was a loner. I just thought you was you was no, I didn't think you was a loner, man. You a very lovable person, so it's easy for you to have friends. I just didn't know you said best friend, so either Courtney or Trevor is the best friend. You can't have two. I know Trevor's sitting there agreeing with me right now, so you got to choose Courtney or Trevor. That's all I'm saying. Like you can't do more than one. Courtney can be your friend. She can't be your best friend. Trevor has to be your best friend. So sorry, Courtney. Sorry. Please don't be mad at the messenger. Please do not shoot the messenger. Okay. We love you. We love you. Yeah. I'm definitely not random. Just new here. Uh, Girl, I you hmm. I almost forgot I was on YouTube for a second. Um, Courtney, I'm starting to like you a little bit. You got a little snappy little mouth on you. I like you a little bit. I like that kind of interactions. Yeah. If they didn't tell you, now you know. Yeah. Yeah. Keep typing. You just keep talking. Yeah. Keep typing one more time. She's my girl best friend, and he's my best friend till the end. He and I are in for the long haul. Not the long haul. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna be like this on life. Y'all gonna be sitting there on the bench at 80 talking about the upper room. That's what I'm talking about. You better claim it, girl. You better claim it. I ain't hear him say nothing. He ain't said nothing else since you said something earlier about him saying something to a woman. He ain't said nothing else. I thought he was in trouble. He must got in trouble. Oh, now he just typed. My bad. My bad. He back out punishment. What you put him on a 5-minute punishment? What was that? 851. You put him on 7-minute punishment. Girl, man, you tough. You tough out that thing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm just over here. I see you just over there. You just over there in the way. Sound like just over there all in the way. So they're all in the way. So that's all right. You all punishment now. You good. You free to type now, Trump. You free to type now. She let the reins go. She let it go. Just don't want you. Just don't come to work with no black eye in the morning. So I'm gonna laugh at you if you do. I'm gonna laugh at you if you do. No, I am married, just like they are. Dog, I thought you were single. Okay. I have lived these experiences, which is why I can get on here and talk to you, sir. What I'm talking about? Why would I speak on something I know nothing about? Hey, people do it. I promise you, people. We see it every day. People do it now. They speak on a lot of stuff they don't know about. You married just like them, okay? How long you been married, Courtney? How long you been married? 2 days. She been married 2 days. And she talking about she got some experiences. Lord have mercy. Lord. Nah, I had to go get the cucumber and the squash combo real quick. That 7 minutes is. if if you did that, you did that in 7 minutes, goddamn. Mad is mad. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Mad is mad if you do that in 7 minutes. I'm telling you, like, nah, you better go pick some more cucumbers or something. Like, she hot right now. She hot right now. Shoot, that boy said something. Cucumbers fly real quick. Ding, 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 ding. Finish him. He over real quick. That match didn't last long at all. Didn't last long at all. You have to be open to learn and receive feedback from your listeners. You talking to me like that? You telling me to be open to receive feedback from you? That's what you telling me, Courtney? I asked you how long you been married. You've been married for 2 days. Courtney, 2 days. Courtney been married for 2 days. I like your feedback. You cool with me. I like it. Keep talking. We get you the old moan up. You a little timid right now. We get you the old moan up a little bit. Keep talking. I like to brain stuff out of people that they normally won't say. You feel me? Now that's the best 7 minutes. Madeline, stop lying, Madeline. Madeline, you stop lying. Now I said you was a Christian girl. Now you stop lying, Madeline. You know them 7 minutes were trash. You know they were. Madeline, come on, Madeline. I commend you though. That's that agape type of love. Even if you fail at what you did in them 7 minutes, she's still giving you your flowers. So I commend you for that, man. I commend you for that. You talking about my listeners? Okay, cool, man. Courtney, you put a little asterisk at the top of it. Do the asterisk mean you yelling at me when you say that? Do that what that mean? Courtney, I'm still new to the YouTube thing. I'm still learning a little verbiage and stuff. So do that mean you yelling at me when you put the asterisk up there? So I don't like to be yelled through the internet. You almost hurt my feelings. Courtney. Nah, you just mad, bro. She said, I think that hand emoji said clock that T. Okay. Yeah, I am mad. Malin. Damn, man. Sure live. Sure live. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of y'all. I travel always doing the extra, the most. Always doing the most. Dog, he just be doing too much. It's okay to tell him. I tell him for you. Put it in the chat. I tell him for you. He be doing the most. Your glasses look like you done had about 30 years of. Whoa. Courtney, hold on. Let me adjust my mic, cause you trying to get out on me right now. Hold on, I'm about to go down through there with you in a minute, cause you get beside yourself. Okay. Your glasses like you done had 30 years of experience, been married longer than 2 days. Mr. Cigarette, what does that have to do with the podcast? Oh, trust. If you didn't know, Courtney, how long you been married and trust go hand in hand. That's the first thing. We're going to get that out the way. First thing, Miss Courtney. I'm going to call you Miss Courtney now because now we finna take it there because I do like you so far. But you wanted to go here, so we got to go there, okay? So, I don't know where we're going, but anyway, yeah, I do. I got 30 years of experience. You like my glasses, though? They look nice, don't you? I appreciate you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got plenty of experience. Yeah. I like cigarettes too, so you ain't gonna be talking to me like that on my podcast, though, Courtney. I appreciate you, though. Uh, you a little bold or something. I mean, I don't know if you little or not, but I'm just saying. Anywho, I don't appreciate how you try to talk about my age. You slick try to throw that out there. Now, why would I be yelling at you? Oh my God. I don't know. Courtney. I don't know. I don't know you yet, so I don't know. You might be one to yell for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Get your point across. I don't know you yet. So I was just saying, don't be yelling at me because my feelings get hurt real quick. You know what I'm saying? Be cautious of my feelings. But I can't believe Madeline said I was mad. I can't believe she said that. Can't believe Courtney said something about my glasses in 30 years. So can't believe that. And she said something about my cigarette. Can't believe that. That's super crazy. Madeline said all caps is yellow. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Is that cross platform? Is that with everything? All caps are yellow. I know I hear somebody say that's yelling if you text them. So, well, I guess this would be considered texting, huh? What would you call this texting? I don't know. Anywho, yeah. She didn't do all caps. You gonna take up for your friend? I see, ain't you? Huh? She was almost out there on that live by herself. She was almost out there. Them girls about to cavalry tonight. Talk y'all stuff, ladies. Bro, I don't know Courtney. I'm trying to be nice. I don't want her first night to make her leave. I don't want to do that to her. I'm trying to be nice to her. Maddie, I don't know what Maddie doing. Maddie just so disrespectful tonight. I don't know if this cost her friend here or what, but Trevor, you got to handle it tonight. I can tell you. Nah, me and her stick together. As y'all should. If that's your friend, as y'all should. She sound like she a ride or die. She sound like she got a little thug in her. She got to have a little thug in her. She hang with you though. She got to, cause Maddie, you a thug. You a thug. So she got to have a little thug in her to be hanging with you. I got 7 more minutes left. You might want to say them. You might, that's all you got. You might, what's the day, Wednesday? You might want to say them up to at least Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, save them up to Saturday. If that's if that's all you got is 7 minutes. Just save them up to Saturday and give her 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that'll be more impressive. You feel me? That's all that'll be more impressive than 30 minutes on Saturday than the 7 minutes, I think. And I think well that'll be up to Maddie. I'm sorry. I ain't mad. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, I didn't say it, but I told myself so. Anywho, no sir, it's a podcast. These are all opinions. Why would you kick me off? No, I didn't say kick you off, sweetie. I said you didn't want to. You might not want to come back. That's what I said. I ain't gonna kick you off. No, you cool with Trevor and Maddie. You cool with me. Like, I ain't gotta know you. I trust them. Them good people. Like, that's real talk. Like, I ain't gonna kick you off. You voice your opinion. I like opinions. Everybody got their own opinion. I like that. That's what make a conversation good. So, nah, I don't do no kicking off here for the most part. I don't let kick a couple people off. That's it. That's it. Came here talk about some crazy stuff. What time tomorrow? My time varies. But it definitely I try to start between 7:30 and 8. Try to. I don't always reach that mark every night. And then I try to go live every night, but it don't always work that way neither because life be lifing sometimes. So, but when you catch me on there, bro, like, hey, just drop in the chat. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, you know, like, you fam now. Fam now. I just didn't know who you was at first. So, but hey, you fam with them, you fam with me. They cool people. No matter have her days, but you know, other than that, they cool people. Travel pretty much the same every day. But so, what about the back scrubs, Mr. Greazy? Tell us how that works again. The back scrubs. I hadn't practiced in a while. I got to remember how it go. Okay, so the backstroke is the supreme level. You know, after the advanced level. So he's still working toward that, the supreme level. So, but that comes with learning how to monitor your breathing and how to control it. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, you kind of dig into your mental. You know what I'm saying? Like if you study like the arts, the arts you control a lot by your mind instead of just physical. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, once you get to a point where you can control your mind, control your breathing method, and then the backstrokes pretty much comes easy because you can control your breathing up on the water at that point. You know what I'm saying? But he got to learn how to control it so he could be down there longer. You know what I'm saying? So the longer he can control the breathing, the longer he could be down there, and then in turn master the supreme level. So, but he getting there. Practice makes perfect. That's the whole thing. Practice makes perfect. Since we had tonight, yeah. So that's what it's all about. Being able to control um, bodily functions mentally. You gotta take yourself to a whole different space in your mind, mentally, and in turn allows you to do more than you ever thought you could do with your body. You know what I'm saying? What Maddie he knows about that he yeah, who knows about that? Man, y'all better tell her I'm the guru. I'm the GOAT. The GOAT of that now, Courtney. Welcome to the GOAT show. Don't you, man, that's what I know about that. I'm the GOAT. I train people for stuff like that. She don't even know. We going back to the water part. That's what it sounds like, Maddie. Want to go back to the water part. You got your goggles? Sir, do you have your goggles? You got to stay ready. You stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Do you have your goggles, sir? You know what I'm saying? You got to always be ready for the water part. Always. You gotta always have swimming trunks. You got to always have your goggles. You got to always have earplugs. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't want the water to get in your ear. And you want to be able to swim as long as you need to. Swim and turn a whole 7 minutes. Oh, you could have another 7 minute break. Oh, okay. Lucky you, bastard. Lucky you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You see when the chat stops at certain times. Yeah, I paid attention. Good job. Oh, hold up. I'm sorry. Yeah, they must have tell you, baby. I'm the GOAT when it comes to that. I don't know who that is. They said he can do life. But yeah. So what you need a break for, Trevor? We swim until we get tired. Well, he need a break. Madeline, I'm sorry, Madeline. He ain't mastered that part yet. Not swimming till you get tired. He ain't mastered that yet, Madeline. You gotta give him a little grace. You gotta give him a little time. Now he working on it though. He working on it. Once he get that mental going to where he can control that breathing, he'll be there. You gotta give him a little break in there. You know what I'm saying? So don't drown him just yet, unless you go give CPR and resuscitate him. Now you gonna bring it back. I know you're a nurse. You gonna bring it back? You trying to drown him already? Shit. That man goggling water. Sound like you got mouthwash in him. Jeez Louise. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He's mastered a lot, Mr. Greazy. He still got 4 hours in the mix. The proof is in the pudding. That's what I'm talking about, man. You got 4 hours. You gotta give him a break in there. Give him a 7 minute break there so he can catch his breath. You know what I'm saying? So he can breathe, clear. Yeah, you need to clear it very quick. So you still be, you still come back and work out slow. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have him where he can't work out at all. You don't put him down. Yeah, sound like an old horse. You know, old horse. You put an old horse down. So he gotta have some energy for work now. That's all I'm saying. Gotta have some energy for work. No, you don't. We ain't doing that tomorrow. We ain't gotta have that tomorrow. We ain't gonna do that much. Yeah, all right. It's cool, beans. Beans are cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, work out. Work out as long as you want to tonight. Ain't doing that tomorrow. Ain't doing that tomorrow. You must ain't gotta work tomorrow. Shoot, you talking some pudding and some 4 hours in the mixer of some ice cream and stuff. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Courtney would be gone, man. She texted a minute. She got in trouble. Her got in trouble for being on YouTube. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm sorry. Courtney. I apologize. So like we had pretty good content tonight. What's happening? Oh, we made about 9:20. Oh shoot, we still got plenty of time on the page. You know, we just living it up. We just living it up. And it got quiet now. Yeah, they got quiet, bro. We talking. We started telling you how to master that stuff, and they get quiet when you do that. What you do to them, Mr. Greazy? Hey, I told them to the goulash. Something to the goulash. I told them, they gotta get right. Maddie, I think Maddie trying to get ready. I think Courtney got in trouble for being on YouTube. So I wasn't trying to get in trouble. But so I don't know. I don't know what happened. Who quiet, mister? Here having a whole conversation while y'all on live. While y'all on her. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, who had the whole conversation? I don't know who had the whole conversation. I don't know. Please don't make me turn your podcast up. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. Please, Courtney. Please turn it up. Courtney. Miss Courtney. I'm just saying, I ain't you was sending a comment every second, and you went ghost. Just be you got in trouble. I ain't gonna try to get you in no trouble. So that man said, turn up, ladies, do y'all thing. Turn up then. Hey, tell me though, do y'all think men fall in love quicker than ladies? Y'all tell me that. Tell me that. Or do y'all think y'all fall in love quicker? Which one? Which one? Or what have y'all experienced, brother? I think it depends on the person. You think you fell in love before Trevor fell in love with you, Malin? You think Trevor fell in love with you first? I think it depends on the cucumber squash combo. It definitely can happen. I'm a grown cigarette. You talking about my cigarette or you got a cigarette? Which one is it? What kind you smoke? I smoke cylinders. Courtney said she grown. what is it? She done been to grown. I don't know who. I think she talking to. She said she grown. I think women fall harder, men fall first. I can agree with you on that. Men fall for the body and the looks. So if you're a nice looking woman, I don't think the ugly women can say that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everybody beautiful in their own way. But I don't think the challenge individual can say that. But for the nice looking ladies or women, I mean, I think they could definitely say that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'm falling in love with the body and your looks first. That's what I'm falling for first. I'm sorry. I ain't even gotta know whether you could add 2 plus 2 yet. But if you got a nice body and you got a nice looking face, yeah, I could teach you the addition. I sure can. I can teach you how to add. You know what I'm saying? We could practice on multiplication. It's not a big deal there. It's not a big deal there. Not all men fall for the looks. Some fall for the way that woman makes them feel first time their eyes met. That's so sweet. It's so sweet. It sounds so sweet. Stop lying, motherfucker. Stop lying. Stop lying. Why you lying? I agree to you, dog. She always trying to agree with something. I want your opinion, not just agree with everything. Courtney. Just a agree a box. That's what you are. You're a agree a box. Just want to agree to everything. So I say, you ain't agree to what I said. Or you want to agree to what Trevor said. And Madeline said. Huh? Huh? So it doesn't change. So change when I met Manny. She should know firsthand. State facts now. What Maddie know firsthand? Maddie knows she's a pretty girl. She was a pretty girl. Um, Maddie probably had a nice little shape on her, and the eyes that probably made it even better. That's that's what it was. Come on, come on now. You know that's how it was. Y'all been together about 7 years, I think 7, 8 years, 10 years, no 10 years. Hell no, not 10. God damn, you ain't that old. Oh, he said I should know. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said you should know. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I just told you what I know. I just told you what I know. Maddie was a pretty girl. She probably had a nice little shape on her, and that's what pulled you in at first. You was halfway in love with her before you even lay eye for your eyes made contact with her. You were halfway in love with her off of her body and her looks. That was it, first thing. Then she probably looked at you in your eyes, and then you just melted. That's it. That's all it was. That's it. That's all, folks. That's it. That's all. Read your comments. Slow, Mr. Greazy. He said you should know. Maddie, you ain't gonna be pointing it out like I'm so mad. You just can't keep doing it in front of everybody, man. Like 8 years. Yeah, that's all it was. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. 8 years. Yeah, that's all it was. So yeah, I was what you 20, 24 now. I think 24. So at 16, yeah, that's all it was, Maddie. Maddie took you down through there. That's all it was. You know, listen, Newport short. I smoke Senecas, man. Seneca 100. Thank you. Thank you. I had to correct you on that. I need you to say the right thing. Newports give me headaches. I can't smoke that. I gave you my opinion. I want to see what my friends have to say and agree or agree to disagree. Why she thinks she's supposed to give me names and stuff. what she got going on. So let's see, sister. I think men fall first. Women think more into it. That look for what's below the surface. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. So yeah, he fell in love first. Then Maddie fell in love probably 2 years ago. That was 6 years in the game. Yeah, she probably fell in love 2 years ago with him. But he been in love since the first time he seen her. Now, I don't know about you, Courtney. I don't know about you. I don't know. I don't know how long you been married. I don't know. So you wouldn't tell me that. You would hiding that information from me. How long you been married in the game. So you probably single. I just lied to you. Sometimes it's about how you read my comment. I don't be having an attitude. Oh no, I don't be taking no attitude, sweetie. I really don't. We just be having fun on here. It's never no attitude with me. Unless somebody really cussing me out. I told you good, man. You found. Good, man. You're in the game. You good, Courtney. Don't be taking everything I say so serious, Courtney. You just be having fun, Courtney. But I do not smoke Newports, Courtney. I smoke Senecas, man. Seneca 100s. The best on the market. If I was a sponsor, I would put some in the camera, but I'm not their sponsor. They might flag my video. So, what you smoke, Courtney? So, how women fall deeper in love, but they be on social media deeper for them likes, and y'all women answer that. They do now. Women, well, I just think, I really think this. Yeah, y'all need to answer that. But women love attention. They really do. Most women love that attention. They love some type of attention. As long as you give them some type of attention, women love that. They really do now. So, and sometimes you come from social media. You know what I'm saying? So, but women just love that, bro. They do. I'm the least serious, haha. But 4 years, that's good. I like that. I like that. I like that because we like to have fun over here in the shop over here. We just like to have fun and enjoy ourselves. We mingle amongst the people. I smoke the bank every other Thursday. God, dog, girl, you just. Yeah, Friday you broke. That ain't good. Mm. Can't keep doing that. Can't keep doing that. I need some of your money. You smoking that mug every Thursday. I need some of your money. Yeah, but you. Well, that's women nowadays. Me and Courtney are old fashioned. We are about one man and don't care about that social media crap. Okay. Y'all don't be on social media like that. Mhm. But we be wrong for falling for the likes. But the first thing you see of that woman is a ass. That is true. It is true, and that's hard on me because I'm that type of man. Yeah, that be hard on me. Social media is real terrible on my life right now. They be what's the word I'm looking for? Be what's the word I'm looking for? What they call it? Hey, I said it the other night. Um, mine was blank. I can't think about what the word I'm looking for. Um, I'm gonna say baiting. They be baiting people on their social media. Real, like they be doing it on purpose too. They really do. they be doing for clicks and views and likes. And it's just like every picture you scroll by, that's what you see. And I'll be like, nah, here go another one. It'd be rough on me. It'd be rough. Trouble we talking about. Wives, women seeking attention on social media, ain't looking for love, more so temporary happiness. I believe they just be looking for attention. That's all I believe. Some need to be wise now. Some need to be wise on social media doing that. For real. I done seen a couple that were wise. Okay. For real. So, I mean, more than a couple. A few of them things. So, but I don't know. That's the going thing now. Though, get on social media, you show off your body, and you shake a little booty, and you get a lot of views and likes. That's the going thing on social media right now. So it's hard on me. It's hard out here for a pimp. You know what I'm saying? I just be trying to get the money for the rent. That's all I be doing. Cause you ain't careful, they'll take that. They'll take that rent money. If you let them, they'll take that rent money without under your nose. Yeah. But I ain't gonna give it to them. I can't give it to them. I work too hard for mine. Okay. I work too hard for mine, so I can't give my rent money. You know what I'm saying? So, but so according to you, don't be on social media too. You should. I think Maddie said she don't be on social media like that. Okay, so let's have an actual conversation. I thought we was having an actual conversation, Courtney. What you trying to say? Women these days are having to be more masculine because of the men aren't stepping into their role. It sounds like these men. Okay, these men are not stepping into their role. Okay, if that's the situation, then it's okay. You probably got big fingers, so it's okay for the typos. She said, "Excuse my typos." It's okay. You got big fingers. It's okay. But what do you consider? What do you consider masculine roles? Though? Now that's the question too, because um, society can have us fooled, or can have some people fooled about what's actually a masculine role and what's not. You know what I'm saying? Because so many things have been put in the atmosphere, put into politics and voting rights and laws. So, what do you consider a masculine role? Hold on, hold on, do that. Hmm. Are these men? Are these men are being forced out? Yeah, they're being forced out because some women want to take the role of the. But I'm trying to see what do you consider masculine? You know what I'm saying? Now, if we just talking about the standard man, um, stepped into a masculinity. Are you saying he's not supporting you? He's not taking care of the manly things around the house. He's not being a leader, spiritually and physically. He's not protecting you. Um, big social links you got. What? What? Whoa, I don't know if you want me. Whoa. Oh, Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay, well, you can't be saying that type of stuff to me. Well, Lord, Lord, Lord. Anywho, masculine as in emotional leadership. Right. And so, well, the thing is on that, and this is me being completely honest, real talk. Some men don't know how to be an emotional leader. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe they wasn't taught that at a younger age, and now they're in a position to where they actually gotta wing it or go through it or learn it. You know how to be that emotional leader. Well, at that point, you got to sit down and have a conversation with him and tell him what you need from him. You know what I'm saying? As the emotional leader of your family, you know, sit down and tell him what you think it should consist of. You know, maybe you can guide him in the direction that he can flourish in, and then both of y'all are good. You know what I'm saying? Because if he never been taught that, sometimes that comes later for men. Um, because a lot of men don't know how to go look up, or I ain't gonna say don't know how to go look up. I'm gonna say don't know that they need to have certain things in place for a relationship. Because this me being honest, most men are surface level people. They're not that deep. Okay, so and that's why I tell people all the time, like especially with women, like women give men way too much credit than what they should, because most men are surface level. We on the surface, we good. As long as things on the surface are handled, a lot of stuff on the back end we don't know how to do, or haven't, or don't know that we need to do it. Put it that way. Okay. So with that being said, he might not know. He might think he's doing everything right. Um, for as being a leader to you and to your family. But if he's leaving the emotional support out or the emotional leadership, then that might need to be a conversation that y'all sit down and have, and then seek out certain sources that can kind of, you know, guide him. He might can Google something or look on YouTube or something, or find a book or something that can kind of guide him in the right direction to be what you asking him to be. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely probably need to sit down and have a conversation with him and tell him that you're seeking that from him and you're not receiving it. You know what I'm saying? So let him know. Let him know. That's what I said on that. Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell him that he ain't giving you that, and you need it. And then y'all sit down and talk about, and y'all agree. Y'all sit down and talk about and agree on sources on where to get this type of information from to help him learn this or to help him be that. You know what I'm saying? Because you both would want to agree on the source, because at the end of it, if he's trying to be what you need him to be, then you need to agree on the source also, because this is what you're seeking. You know what I'm saying? So it has to come from both parties in the mix of it. So that's what that would be my opinion on that. You know, so talk to him, help you. You see what I'm saying? Like help him, help you, so y'all could be better together. That's what it's all about, helping each other out. It starts with fathers being absent in homes. Women tend to grow up and develop sort of an independence that intimidates men. Yeah, some men it does. And I wouldn't say necessarily intimidate them, but a lot of women, even if you grow up and be that independent woman, every independent woman still has to learn how to be not so independent if you're dealing with a man, because that's his whole purpose, is to come in, help you, support you, lead you. But if you this big independent person and you can't take a step back and allow him to lead, then at that point you can't fuss about him not being a leader. You know what I'm saying? Because you forcing the hand of him not being a leader because you want to be so independent in a situation. Do you agree? No. No. But you see what I'm saying? Like it in some to your point, it do intimidate some men. Um, but some men want that, you know what I'm saying? Some men are happy with an independent woman, you know, but if you're gonna say you're independent or you're gonna say this man is the head of the household, then that woman has to be able to take a step back and allow him to lead. You know, men have to give a woman something to submit to, not necessarily. Um, I say not necessarily, but your point is very valid. Most women do want to see a purpose and to understand what they're submitting to. But if we gonna go biblical, you're supposed to naturally submit to that man anyway. Um, just off the script of him being your husband. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to naturally submit uh, by a gender role because he is the head of the household. So naturally, you're supposed to submit to him. Now, yes, you will want him to show you something or be an example that can give you every reason to submit to him. But even if he don't, you still supposed to submit to him. The only way you don't supposed to submit to him if he's leading you to hell. That's the only reason. Other than that, you're supposed to submit to him. And if he's doing something right, or I mean something wrong, then you should be praying. And you should be helping him along the way. Because the Bible do states that a husband long suffering is not listening to his wife. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point of you being a helpmate. You still supposed to submit and then help. You see what I'm saying? Along the journey. Beep 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 beep. Here go Madeline agree with stuff. You right, Courtney. If there's men out here now wanting to be that manly figure and not wanting to do the thing that man should be doing, then why submit? But what if he just learning how to do them things? And to her point a while ago, she said it starts with the father figure, right? She said it starts with fathers being absent in the home. So what if this guy grew up without a father, and he don't necessarily know how to necessarily do all the manly things. So, but in the process of it, he's learning how to do it because now he's put in that position to do it. He wasn't able to see it done, but now he's in that position to do it. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, to your thing, you said why submit? But if he's working on it, if he's actually maybe not the best at it, but he's working toward being the best, because he having to figure it out because he didn't have a father figure to show him. What's wrong with submitting to that? You know what I'm saying? If we have a man not wanting to work and take care of his family, why submit to him and do what a wife should do when he's not doing what a husband should do? Now you said work. Now that's true. Now, because the Bible said, man don't work, you don't eat. Now, so, and I don't in terms know what all that eating was, but the Bible said, if man don't work, he don't eat. So, um, so yeah, that's a valid point. Now if he's not working, yeah, now that's different because there's no reason. I mean, it's disabled people out here shoot with one leg and no arms and stuff, and they're doing more than a lot of these people that's got their full bodily functions and all they legs and arms and everything. So it's no excuse for a man not to be working now. We're talking about a man, not a little boy. We're talking about a man. There's no excuse. So yeah, if he ain't working, that's the first red flag. Now all the other stuff, sometimes I think the other stuff can be learned in the process or helped along in the process by having a good significant other by their side. No, we read that. What does the Bible say right after that? Husbands do what to their wives? I don't know what it say right after that, man. I just know it says that. I can't find it right now. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know exactly where it said that. Now I ain't finna play like I know all the words in the Bible. I'm not finna do that. So sound like you read it, Courtney. Why don't you tell me what it say then? Why don't you? Shoot. Why don't you? Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You, it's not all on a woman. No, I'm not saying it's all on a woman. What I'm saying though, this woman is supposed to be a helpmate for her husband. So if you can't get into a relationship or a marriage and help your husband along the way, then what are you doing? Yeah, you might be doing your wifely duties, but what are you doing to help him? You know what I'm saying? It's more than just cleaning up and cooking and stuff like that. Right? It comes with more responsibility than that. See, I need you to be a little bit more open-minded, please. I am, man. I thought I was, man. How I'm not being open-minded, Courtney? How I'm not being open-minded, Courtney? But there are plenty of women who do the roles of a mother and father. A man learns from his mother how to treat a woman, how to respect a woman, how to work, how to take care of his family by example. But can he learn the roles of being a father and a husband to his wife from his mother? Can he learn that? Now, she could teach him how to be a good man, but all the roles that come with being a husband, I don't know if she can teach it that. I think that would have to be an example from a man or a father figure in their life some sort of way. I do think that, or it would be something that he would learn along the way once he get into it. Like she can get him there. I'm not saying she can't get him to the point to where he's a good man, but the roles as a father or a husband is some of the stuff he'll have to learn on his own if he ain't had nobody else to show him. You know what I'm saying? Just in that particular aspect. Men have turned into women. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. And everyone has lost their faith and direction. So everything is going to shit. uh, Not everything. Everything. Okay. Here's my thing, see. Hey, my name is Talkin Greazy. That's my name. Courtney. You have to know what you're talking about After that, it says husbands submit to their wives. And times after that, it says love her, love her, love her, love her. Ma'am, you're right. You get biblical, but have to know that part in the Bible. I said the part. What you mean? I just didn't know what it said after that. I said the part I knew. Yes, Trevor, these men are sensitive and soft, but it's not all of them. It's not? Hmm. Is it most of them? Or half of them? Or a quarter of them? What would you say? Since you said it. You said they are getting soft and sensitive. Teeth hurt. Ephesians 5:22 through 33 NIV. Why submit yourself to your own husband as you do to the Lord? For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. You see that, Courtney? You see that right there? It's on the screen, Courtney. If you're not looking, it's on the screen, Courtney. You see that? You see that, Courtney? That's what it say in Ephesians 5:22-33. Okay. His body of which his body. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't read it right. Okay. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body of which he is the Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit to their husbands in everything. Courtney, you see that? You see that, Courtney? I'm just giving you what Trevor put out there. Okay, that's all I'm giving you. Okay. Did somebody say Bible? JNYG Studio. Yeah, she popping out now. Go a little further down, Deacon Trevor. I definitely know what it says. LOL. We try to teach the ones who don't know. I'm just saying. I just read what he put up there, and I don't see nowhere where it said the husbands submit to their wives. I didn't see that in there. Now, if you can show me that, now, he's like, oh, me, I'm game. I just don't see where it said husbands submit to their wives. You know what I'm saying? Miss Courtney, I just don't see that. But you said it's down a little bit further. That's what you said. So that was Ephesians 5:22-33. So anything in front of that, I don't know. I'm just going off what Deacon Trevor put up there. What's up, C? What's up? What's up? That's all I'm saying. What's up? Ephesians 5:25. Husband, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Okay. Okay. I'm just reading. I got you. Let me find it. Hold on. Be right back. Okay. Hey, you say you can find it, Courtney. I'm just saying. I don't see where it say that submit to your wives. I don't see that nowhere yet. I don't know. I'm just asking. Come on, T-Dog. Hey, trouble for the guys. So, hey, he for the guys in this. So, I mean, and now we got 3 women in the chat. We got 2 men on the board. So, I mean, hey, that's all I'm saying. Take the stand, T-Dog. Take his mic. JNYG Studio. It's in there. You gotta read it slow. Oh man. 1 Peter 3:7 says, husbands, dwell with your wives according to knowledge, giving honor to her as the weaker vessel, so that your prayers be not hindered. Okay, they don't say submit to your wife though. They don't say submit to your wife. That said give her honor to her because she's the weaker vessel. That pretty much said they just said dwell with her according to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to be on the same page for knowledge. You know. And so your prayers could not be hindered, respect for your wife. You know what I'm saying? I don't see where it say submit. You know what I'm saying? Might as well be 2-on-3. I like the eyes. That's what I'm saying. I do too. I like the eyes too. So if a man can't humble himself to listen and honor his wife, even heaven hits do not disturb. I can dig you on that. I still don't see nowhere where you still ain't showed me nothing that say submit to your wife. I'm still waiting on that. That's an honor your wife. They ain't said submit to her. Courtney, you said submit earlier. So I'm trying to see where it says submit. That didn't say submit. Ooh, we girl, tell boo. Cause he don't know. That's not about swapping authority. It's about mutual submission. Ephesians 5:21 said, submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. See, the Bible never made leadership a power trip. Okay, so you said Ephesians 5:21 say that. Oh shoot, that boy died. Hold on, 1 second. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Phone died. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so you said Ephesians 5:21 says submit to one another. Mm, mm, mm. Oh my God, read it again. Then again after that. Mm. Shaking my head, mind closed. Drop the link so I can come up. Hold up, I thought the link was dropped. Okay, hold up, I dropped the link. You can't receive the word. I like her. We having a chat now, sis. Where the link? I just dropped the link. We all have one. We all have our own roles that should be followed. Both man and woman should honor and love one another. Period. Period. Poo. PP. Period. Poo. The link is in the chat. So if anybody want to come up, hey, yeah, we can chop it up. You ain't gotta stay in the chat if you don't want to. Link is in the chat. All I can do is hit that StreamYard link and it'll bring you up. 1 Peter 3:7. Likewise, your husbands dwell with them according to knowledge, give honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessels, and also being hers together of the grace of life. That your prayers be not hindered. Okay, I mean, But what I'm trying to say is, I, so y'all saying we supposed to so the men are supposed to submit to the wives as well as the wives submit to the husband. So who's supposed to submit first? Do the woman supposed to submit first or the man? Or does that even matter? Oh, okay, there you go. Or does it even matter? I'm just asking questions. I just like to ask questions. Oh my God, let's talk about chipmunks instead. I like to hunt. What chipmunks got to do with hunting? What? Courtney, what the? I don't like hunting, Courtney. I don't like hunting. We can talk about hunting now. I don't care what we talk about. I just like, I mean, hey, I just be trying to understand what y'all be trying to say when y'all say these things. You know what I'm saying? Why submit to husband as long as he? All right, hold up 1 second. All right, you got your camera on. All right, bam. There you go. Hey, welcome, 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 welcome. You know, like we in church, we do the 3 welcomes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. I hear you now.
So, what is the topic for tonight? Sorry, I'm tardy.
Oh, well, it was a whole different topic, but now we on something else right now.
What are we talking about right now?
uh, Submission, husband and wife.
Well, what about it?
We were discussing. Let me read this comment real quick. Wives submit to husband as long as he is a man of God, and husband honor your wife and love them as Jesus loved the church. Hmm. Okay. Well, we
No
just talking
facts.
about uh, Miss Courtney had said something about men submitting to their wives, and I just didn't know that that was in the Bible anywhere. So I was asking her to prove that it was in the Bible. So we've just been having about a 30-minute dialogue on that for the last 30 minutes.
Like I was saying in the comments, Ephesians 5 and 21 says, submit to one another out of reverence of Christ. So, it's not about a power trip. It's not about swapping authority. And see, that's what people get it twisted. Like, the Bible never said that a man is supposed to submit like um a servant. It said he was supposed to lead like Christ. So how
Mm-hmm.
does Christ lead? Christ led by washing feet, by listening, by sacrificing his comfort for his bride's covering, because the church is the bride of Christ. So when you say submit, it goes both ways. Like, I'm not saying be her slave, I'm saying be her safe place, because the real authority don't need the shout. It serves, and it serves strong. And then when love becomes obedience, Christ like literally blesses that. Like what?
Okay, so you saying basically submitted in the form of how Jesus submits to the church.
Before Jesus even said, wives, submit to your husbands, because you got to look at where it is in the Bible. Ephesians come before that. It says, submit yourselves to one another in reverence to Christ. Before it even said, wives, submit yourselves to your husband. So it already told both of them submission is mutual. And First Peter 3:7 made it plain. It said if a husband don't honor his wife, his prayers won't even get through to heaven. So it's not even about control. It's about connection. You can't cover what you don't understand.
So
A
what
real
does it? So go ahead.
Go ahead.
But so honoring don't necessarily mean submitting, right?
Explain what you mean.
Honoring. You said honor your husband. I mean, honor your wife. That don't necessarily mean submitting to her, correct?
You're being vague. In what way do you mean this?
So in what way are we saying submission?
The way that the Bible lays it out.
Okay, so maybe I'm thinking about submission a different type of way.
Yeah, absolutely. If your mind in the gutter and you thinking about people, chained up to beds and being slapped around with a
What?
flogger and stuff like that, then of course you're not going to know what that word means. If that's where your mind went.
I wasn't saying all that.
I mean, I'm just saying it's only a couple of ways to look at submission.
No,
But if you're right if you mean that honor and submission aren't the same thing, but you literally can't have one without the other. See, honor is the heart posture behind submission. You can't lead me with love if you dishonor me with tone. Submission without honor feels like control, but honor without submission feels like lip service. You see what I'm saying? Christ didn't submit to the church, he sacrificed for it. That's leadership. You know what I'm saying? That's wrapped in humility. So when a husband honors his wife, he's not bowing to her. He's bowing before God in how he treats her. Does that make sense?
yeah, 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 yeah. Kind of makes sense.
Let me add this. First Peter 3:7 say, honor her as the weaker vessel that not like when I say weaker vessel, it's not about strength, right? It's about value. So the weaker vessel in ancient times was the fine china and not the clay pot, if you get what I'm saying. You don't supposed to toss it around, you're supposed to handle it with care. So that's what I mean when I say weaker vessel, based off of what the Bible is saying in First Peter 3:7. Because I feel like the way the comments was going and like the stuff that you were saying, it's like, mm, you can't claim to lead somebody you refuse to listen to. That's not leadership. That's not honor. That's not submission. That's not love. God never told a man to rule a woman. He told him to love her like Christ loved the church. And that's the highest level of submission there is. That's why the Bible's saying different parts of it, like that a husband should be able to lay down his life for his wife. Well, you can only die one time. That's the highest level of submission there is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it's basically under the guidelines of being able to protect and what's the word I'm looking for? My mind went blank for a second.
To protect them. What else?
What's the word I look for?
I don't know.
I don't know. My mind went blank. I have to come back to that.
What do you think? What does submission look like to you in a marriage?
Submission to me, like you listen. You can listen and follow. That's what it looks to me.
That's it.
Yeah. For a woman, yeah.
I just said in a marriage. I didn't say for a woman to a
Oh,
man.
well, I'm gonna speak on for a woman because I'm a man. I can't speak on the other
So
people because I'm not a lady.
so you a man and you don't know what a man's supposed to do? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't know what submission look like for that because
Well,
what
you're a
are we
man. Only a
saying?
man would know what submission look like for a man.
What you just explained.
I
Uh,
said in a marriage. I didn't say for whatever gender. A
I
marriage
know
is two people coming together as one in holy matrimony.
I'm, I'm saying what you just explained. The Bible saying that's what I'm saying.
I'm confused.
You just explained it.
I'm confused what you're talking about, not what I said.
Oh, you said submission. So you made it sound like it should be sacrifice. It should be uh like Jesus did for the church.
Hmm.
That's what you just explained. That was in the Bible. So that's all. So that should be on both parts, not just one. So it's interchangeable for the husband and the wife. If the to y'all point, if the Bible say submit to each other,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's all I heard. So that's it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something after that. I was just.
And then after that,
Mm-mm. Well,
so
I feel like that's where people get lost. They think that submission means silence. Like, oh, she's just supposed to listen, or oh, he's just supposed to listen. But biblical submission is not about losing your voice, it's about being or having it or using it in alignment. So submissions means that we're both tuned into the same frequency, not me turning mine off. Like a husband leads through wisdom, not ego. You get what I'm saying? Like the wife follows
mhm.
through trust, not fear. Do you get what I'm saying? So like when we're both submitted to God first, it don't feel like control because it's coordinated. Because following a man who listens to God ain't submission. That's literally the strategy of the Bible. It's more than it when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And so scriptures like Ephesians 5:21 already set the tone for what that reverence is supposed to look like with Christ, through Christ, and inside of a marriage. Because I don't know what Bible y'all reading, but Christ don't demand submission. His love made people. It's for people who's willing to follow him. Everybody got a choice. That's why free will exists.
What you mean demand submission? We wasn't saying he demanded anything.
Well, you were the way you were talking, it came off like you were like, "Oh, a woman is supposed to listen and follow. Like she's supposed
Right,
to do what I say." And it
right.
came off for real. Like you see how you saying right behind it, like it's coming out very dominant. It's coming out very demanding. You know what I mean? And that's just simply not what Christ pictured marriage to be for us because it doesn't say that in the scripture. Like if he wanted a man to like dominate a woman, it would be plain in the scripture. It would be there. But it doesn't say that. Nowhere in the Bible have I read a man is supposed to dominate a woman. A man is supposed to be demanding of a woman or of his wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, if a man is masculine enough and he following the Lord, a woman will naturally submit. It don't matter what kind of, because that's how God ordained it to be. That's how He made up our biological chemistry. So maybe a lot of male perspectives have like a misunderstanding, or maybe you guys have like, or people with that mindset misconstrued what that really means. But when you read it and you go back and you look at different other, different parts of the Bible, it's very clear like what a marriage supposed to be like. And then think about it. If God is good, assuming that the Bible is true, and it is, and assuming that the person who inspired to write the Bible, who wrote the Bible, is the God of everything, and He is, why would He want something bad to happen to you? Like, what's good and what's great about being in a marriage where somebody is like overly dominant and demanding you to do things? Like, who would want to be in that? You see what I'm saying? Like, that don't make sense for the character of God that we've seen in the Bible. It doesn't match up. Because God Himself don't even do that. Like, He don't make us do nothing. We always choose. So if He even gave us free will and He created everything, why does a marriage have to be demanding? Like, you should still have a choice. You should still, like, you choose to love that person. You wake up and choose that person every day. Just like we wake up and choose Christ every day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, no, ain't nobody saying it's you don't have a choice because you have free will, so you
Well,
automatically have a choice. But we was just talking about the submit part. That's all. Ain't saying you don't have a choice. But
well, I
we
mean, that's how it come off when you're saying stuff like, when it's like this demanding come into the conversation. It's like, oh, well, I'm demanded to do something of my parents. Like, as a child, you wouldn't have a choice, because where would you go? Who would feed you? Like, that person is taking care of you. It's not a choice then. You see what I'm saying? And so, in the same way, it was almost like the same context when you were saying, like, oh, well, this is what I think a wife should do. She should listen and she should follow. And it's demanding. And it came off like, okay, well, that person in that marriage obviously don't have a choice because she has to do everything that he says. When it's like, where's the partnership? A marriage is supposed to be a partnership, not one person bossing another person around or making another person submit. You're gonna naturally submit to each other through love if y'all respect each other, if y'all listen to each other. Does that make sense?
yeah, but see, you just came back to the same thing I just said. Was listen. See
Okay,
how you just
elaborate on what
back
you
to it?
mean. Elaborate on what you mean,
I'm just
because
saying.
it sounds like you're
You
making incomplete sentences, and I don't quite understand.
well, I'm sorry. It's just how I talk to you. But you started off by saying that I said something about women listening, right?
That
And
wasn't
then
the
you
only
said,
thing that I said.
yeah,
I repeated everything you said.
okay, that's fine. But then you came back at the end of it and still said that that woman would be listening.
That wasn't the only thing that I said.
I'm not going to say everything verbatim you said, man.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying, you see how I came full circle.
Well, out of context,
Same
I
thing.
could see how it came. Like, when you take it out of context like that, then yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay. All I'm saying, women got to learn to listen to this. All I'm saying.
Okay,
At the end of the day, everybody have their own choice whether they decide to listen or not. But
I agree.
if you don't say the man is the head, then that woman should be able to listen.
So should the man, because the Bible also say a husband's long suffering is listening to his wife. So the husband is supposed to listen too.
Right. I never said we never got that far to say that, but yeah, we're right. I'm not
Okay.
disagreeing with it.
Okay, I was just keeping it, you know what I'm saying, like to where it can't be taken out of context because sometimes people like to pick and choose certain scriptures or verses in the Bible and then just stand on that and not look at the whole situation that we're talking about. Because when I asked you when I first came on here what we were talking about, and you told me, um, a marriage goes both ways, right? Because the subject is about marriage and submission. And so I just wanted to make sure that that was also said so that people won't feel like, oh, well, this is what a woman is supposed to do, because you have like people in the world who don't necessarily read their Bible and they listen secondhand to other people, and they believe, you know, like when they hear like, oh, I see this scripture right here, this person said this scripture, this is the only thing that I'm supposed to do, you know. And so to avoid giving like misinformation like that, it's best to just be, you know, well rounded in the things that you say. If you're gonna tell the truth, tell the whole truth, right? I don't like to do a portion.
I don't. Okay.
Because earlier it's you made it sound like submission meant that a woman was supposed to fall in line in a certain way. Now you didn't say those words, but that's how it came off. And so I was just trying to
So
see like what that meant.
you said that's wrong
Oh, what do you believe? Do you believe a wife is supposed to fall in line?
to an extent, yeah.
What
Because you
extent is
can't say
that?
I'm the leader. You can't say I'm the leader if you ain't gonna follow what I do or what I ask you to do or certain aspects of what I want done as a family. Then you can't say I'm the leader if you're not gonna abide by nothing that I put in place. So to a certain point, you have to follow. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you don't have free will. I'm not saying you don't have an opinion. I'm not saying the man don't supposed to uh, submit to you too. All I'm saying is that woman's supposed to follow if the man is gonna be the head.
Hmm. So, to what
That's
extent?
what you mean to what extent.
Well, you said yes to a certain extent. And so I want to delve a little bit deeper into that. Like, what extent should a woman be following? If that's what you believe, she should fall in line. You can't see me, but I'm doing like the air quotations with my two fingers. Like,
Mm-hmm. Long as it ain't affected her well being, long as it ain't putting her in danger or putting her soul in danger or putting her family in a bad risk or anything like that, then it should be no problem with her following what that man put in place.
hmm, hmm. Okay, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all. Um,
Oh, okay.
it should be.
What you say?
That's how it should be.
Mm, I'm struggling with this one because mm, I guess that does fall under blind and disobedience or blind obedience because, like, Okay, this is what I'm thinking. When you first said it, you was like, I believe that a wife is supposed to fall in line to a certain extent. And then you said that, well, when I asked you to like elaborate, you was like, well, to the point of, well, not to the point of detriment, basically, is what you were saying. And I feel like I kind of got to say this because, like, Colossians 3 and 18 says, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband as it is fit in the Lord. And husband, love your wives and not be bitter against them. And then there are other things in the Bible that talk about how, according to how the husband deal with the wife, is where, like, how far that submission is supposed to go. Because, like, there is a clause that wives have to where, like, if their husband, because I'm gonna say it like this: the body of Christ is the church. That's the bride, right, to Christ. And inside of a marriage, a husband is supposed to be the head. But if at any point that husband is not in alignment with what God says, the wife is supposed to usurp the husband and do the right thing, whatever God tells her to do, because like he is no longer like being heard from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? To protect the rest of the household, assuming that they have kids and stuff like that. So it's kind of like when First Peter 3 and 7 say, husbands, dwell with them according to the knowledge, giving honor unto the wife, that your prayers not be hindered. You know, when you said that earlier, what you said, that scripture kind of popped in my mind because a husband who mistreats or dishonors his wife, like, blocks that. And a wife has to usurp him if the household is, she don't want the household to go into ruin or the marriage to go into ruin. Like, and so I guess that's why I was like blind obedience. Like, um, in a way, you kind of covered that by saying like, oh, as long as it's not to her detriment. And again, this one you saying those words, this is what I understood you to say.
Yeah, just in different words. Yeah. Same thing, just in different words.
Okay. Because I just wanted to highlight, like, that some people do have, like, a problem, right? Like, folks want wives to fall in line, even when the man isn't in alignment. And submission was never about superiority, it's about the structure, right? But the head can't move right if the neck, like, that's the wife, the neck, that's the wife, is being strained by foolishness. So the Bible even says, like, unto the Lord. And that means that I can't follow a man who's like walking in rebellion against God, and we're married, right? Because you're not submitted to him. So how can I trust what you're leading me into? You know what I'm saying? Like, a real husband don't demand that submission. He earns it by consistency and integrity and prayer. And you can be out here like quoting Ephesians 5 and 22 if you skipped over verse 25. You see what I'm saying? Like, if Christ loved the church enough to die for her, then love should be the language of leadership, not the weapon of it. And so that's what I was going to get into until, like, I asked you to elaborate, because the way you said it at first made it sound like it was like blind obedience. Like, yeah, she got to fall in line. And it's like, we don't have to. That's a choice. There are definitely consequences for every action that you make.
That's true. I was never saying that there wasn't a choice. I was just saying if you're gonna be in it, then that's what needs to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because everybody has a choice whether to be in it or not, or whether to do it or not. But once
So
you
let
get
me
in
ask
it,
you this. Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
So let me ask you this. Would you still call it submission if she's choosing to follow because she trusts you and not because she's scared to disagree?
That's still submission.
So yes, you would still call it submission.
Yes, it's still submission.
Hmm, that's interesting.
As long as she following the leadership, it's submission.
Hmm. Okay, so if it's still submission when she choosing to follow, then that kind of proves the point that it's not about control; it's about connection, right?
Who said? I never said it was about control. I just said as long as she follows, as long as she has to listen, as long as she submit. It ain't about control. It's about just doing the thing you're supposed to do.
I didn't say that you said that it was about control. I was saying that you implied it with the diction that you used earlier. So that's where these words are coming from, like the meanings of the words that you were using earlier. And so, what I was going to say is real submission can't exist without a choice, right? So, fear might get obedience, but love, it kind of earns trust. Do you get what I'm saying? And so when a woman follows a man out of trust, that means she sees God's hand in his direction and not just his mouth giving orders. Because I don't think you can demand submission and expect peace. I feel like you can build it through the protection that comes with the marriage, the consistency, the humility. You know what I mean? Because the moment she fear you to follow you, I don't feel like that's submission anymore. It's survival. And I don't think God ever called his daughters to survive under their husband. I think he called his daughters to thrive next to them, or beside them. Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's your opinion.
That's what the words say. I didn't write it.
Well, you just stated that you don't believe. When you said that, that's your opinion.
I don't believe based off of what I read from the Bible. Let me clarify. So, in a way, I mean, if people want to think the Bible is an opinion, that's in fact their opinion.
Nobody said. Okay.
You okay, Mr. Greasy?
Yeah, I just don't think I said that the Bible is the opinion.
Mm,
So,
do you want me to give you the scriptures so that you can understand that I got what I said based off the word of God?
what part?
When I said I believe, I was being polite in honor of your podcast.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can.
So let me ask you a question first. Do you think submission is hard, or do you think humility is?
I don't know. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say submission.
Why is that?
Uh, I don't know, just what I think, because now I'm picking one.
Let me
But
ask you
just say if
another
I had to
question.
pick one, that's what
I
I would
heard
pick.
you. Let me ask you another question. Do you think you can lead a woman spiritually if you have not submitted to God emotionally?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't, I haven't delved that deep into it.
Okay. Let's go back to what you said. If if submission means falling in line, shouldn't love mean lifting her up?
That's what something you're supposed to do anyway. So, yeah, I guess.
How do you think
If
a man
her,
protect what he doesn't prioritize emotionally?
I don't know.
We talking about submission.
Well, I didn't understand the way you worded it. So, what that mean the way you worded it?
Okay. If love and submission are a two-way street, why do some people keep turning it into a one-way highway?
Love and submission is a two-way street. Why are people turning it into a one-way highway?
Hmm.
That's the way they want it, I guess.
Hmm.
They feel like they're doing enough on their end. Or they feel like that's how it's supposed to be.
Okay,
Everybody
Mr.
feels
Greazy.
different ways about how they feel like something's supposed to be.
How do you feel like it's supposed to be?
How what it's supposed to be.
Marriage, when it comes to submission.
I've said that. I feel like a woman should submit. I've said that.
But the question I asked you involved is love as well, right?
Yeah, I think you said no. You said how do I feel like submission should work in a marriage?
No, that was a different question.
I'm confused now because I don't know which one you're asking me.
Okay. It's all right, Mr. Greaves. I didn't mean to take you so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All right.
You said what now?
So it'll be all right.
What I said was if love and submission are a two-way street, why do some people keep turning it into a one-way highway? And then I started asking you questions about that inside a marriage.
I mean, the answer is still the same. If that's how they think it's supposed to go, then that's how they're gonna behave.
Okay.
Not everybody interprets everything the same way. Not everybody's raised the same way. So some people think marriage is supposed to go. Somebody else probably think it's supposed to go different.
I agree.
So you got anything else?
I was waiting on you to elaborate.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to elaborate. I didn't know I was the end of mine. What I had to say.
Okay.
I thought I did elaborate when I said people. Some people raise different. Some people talk different. So I mean, elaborating on how they live their life is what most of the time what they how they were raised or what they were taught.
So, if submission is following, what does leading look like when you don't have direction yet?
Well, who don't have direction?
The person that's leading.
Why wouldn't they have direction?
I don't know. Why are some people born with one arm? I don't know. Some people just like you said, everybody wasn't raised the same, right? You just said it. Everybody don't interpret stuff the same. So maybe they had parents that was trying to interpret leadership to them and they never learned it because they didn't interpret it right.
Well, that means if they got to the point they at now, they still had some type of direction. Might not be the direction that you want them to have, but they got some type of direction.
You misunderstand. I said if submission is following, what does leading look like when you don't have direction yet?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't answer that.
How can a woman trust leadership she's never seen in action?
Well, she shouldn't be marrying him.
She shouldn't be what?
She shouldn't be marrying him then. Or maybe she okay with him not being a leader that she think he need to be. I mean, that's an individual question then.
Well, I don't think that that's true. I know a lot of women who were kind of coerced into marriage. Like a man, like sometimes some men play games and some men lead women on, and then you got other guys who like, how do you say they like, they pretend and they put on a face until they get married, and then they change after they get married. So he could have very well duped her. You know what I'm saying? All women don't go into the situation knowing. Some men are just good actors, you know? Like, what if she ran into a Denzel Washington? Because can we agree that he's a great actor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, what if she ran into a Denzel and that man was able, capable, and willing to trick her into marriage because he just simply was not who he was or who he said he was until they got married? Then what? Then how can a woman trust leadership she's never seen in action?
I don't understand it because you said You said first she could be duped, so that means even if she had to be food, he had to show some type of leadership at first. He would probably be food.
Okay, but can we agree that leadership in dating is different than leadership in a marriage?
It ain't that different. I mean, you had different aspects to it once you get married, but it's still pretty much the same thing. Just adding those to a little extra to
In what way?
it in every way.
So it is different.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah,
Okay. Well, you just said that it wasn't really. So I was just trying to get you to elaborate on, like, in what ways wasn't it really? Because I didn't quite understand it.
I got you.
I'm still waiting.
Well, I just told you they were the same. I mean, they were different, so I didn't know I
I'm
had to still like
confused. I'm confused. Which one is it? Are they the same or are they different? What do you think?
they different.
I agree. Because, like, when you're dating, as far as like authority, you have limited influence, right? It's not lordship. You're just getting to know each other. You're not governing each other, right? But in a marriage, it's covenant authority under God. So the husband will lead a home as Christ led the church. And that's Ephesians 5 and 23, like we talked about earlier. And then in the area of like accountability in dating, each person is still individually accountable to God for their actions and decisions. But in a marriage, the husband becomes accountable for how he leads the household before God. You see what I'm saying? She just sit back and look pretty as far as accountability. And then boundaries, right? In the area of boundaries, it's different because in dating, leadership respects independence. It shouldn't be any control and no spiritual manipulation. In a marriage, leadership respects covenant. So it's shared decision making, spiritual partnership. Do you see where I'm going here? Like, I mean, I could think of like literally 6 or 7 more different areas to where how in dating leadership is different than it is in marriage.
Yeah, yeah, I see where you're going.
So back to the question.
What's the question?
How the question was, okay, you forgot, I'll tell you again. The question was, how can a woman trust leadership she's never seen in action? Because she wouldn't have seen this man's leadership in action when they were dating. So by the time they got married, it would be a completely different type of leadership. He'll have more areas to lead. So she wouldn't have seen that in dating. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening.
I mean, she deal with it the best way she can. All I know, honestly. Either you try to work it out and stick it out, or you leave.
Interesting.
All the options you got.
So you just get a divorce just because somebody not following you. I mean, from a man's perspective, in a marriage, you would be the leader, right?
I didn't say get a divorce. I said you either do one of the two. Either you work it out or you split up. That's that simple.
Well, you didn't say that. You
You
said
got two.
leave.
You got
And so
you
leave
got
is
two
indicative.
options. Well, all I'm saying, you got two options. It's up to you what you decide to do because you still got free will. Whatever that woman decided to do is what she decided to do in that moment. Like
So when
I
you
can't
say leave, you mean split
because
up.
however you want to say it, split up, divorce, separate, whichever way you want to say it. Because if she ain't happy, what's the point of being there? So
To serve God under holy matrimony.
once again, she ain't happy. Why would she be there? You serve God without being in a marriage and being unhappy.
You asked why would she stay there in the marriage? And I was saying to serve God under holy matrimony. You can only be in holy matrimony in a marriage.
But why would you stay in a holy matrimony if you miserable in it?
Some people are afraid to leave. Some people don't have resources to leave. That's two reasons why women do it.
That's fine. All I'm speaking on is the reason to stay in the marriage because you're not happy. Now,
Oh, I
the
thought you asked
reason
me
behind
why
why,
would you stay?
well, them personal reasons, so you got to figure that out. But what I'm saying is, if you ain't happy in
Hmm?
something, why stay in it? All I'm saying, if you're not happy in something, why stay in it? Now, whatever comes with it, that after that, now it's your choice. You got to figure out what to do to get out of it. But if you
How is
ain't
it
happy, why stay in it?
how is it a personal
It's,
reason when you're in a marriage, like literally spiritually tethered to another person? It's more than one person
I'm
that it affects.
I'm saying I'm saying this person because you started stating about maybe the person is scared or something like that, or maybe they ain't got no resources. What I'm saying at that point, your resources or whatever issues you have that's stopping you from leaving is it your personal reasons. That's all I'm saying. But if you're not
What?
happy, why stay in something? That's all I'm saying. No reason. If you ain't got no resources, you can find resources. That's the only reason you stay in there. You can find resources. So,
What?
but why stay in something that you're moving?
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Let me ask you this. If Christ led through sacrifice, what should that look like in a modern marriage to you?
I don't know what it should look like. 'Cause I can't tell you what it should look like. Everybody has their own free will. So what they decide to sacrifice is on their own well being. Like I might want to sacrifice my happiness. The next person might not want to. You know what I'm saying? So you just can't pinpoint what sacrifice looks like because it's gonna look different to every individual.
What?
It's gonna look different to every individual. So you can't just pinpoint what sacrifice will look like.
Okay. You gonna stand by that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I got the giggles tonight.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess I get what you're saying. Everybody's situation is different. But if Christ is the standard, then the spirit of sacrifice isn't subjective, like he was just making it seem. Like,
Well,
sacrifice doesn't mean you give up comfort to cover somebody. Like, I mean, That's exactly what it means, actually. Sacrifice does mean that you give up comfort to cover somebody. Like you're supposed to die to ego before you destroy your home. I mean, technically, you're supposed to be like laying down pride before love. And even if it looks different in each couple, the heart behind it still should look like Jesus, right?
Well, that
If Christ is the
that's
standard,
your
because God wrote the Bible.
that's your interpretation of it. Somebody else might read it and interpret something different. So at that point, they're gonna do what they think they read and interpret the Bible to be.
What do you mean? That's
So
my interpretation.
it still be different. That's your interpretation of what you read in the Bible. All I'm saying is somebody else might come and read the same thing and feel like it means something different. So their sacrifice might not necessarily mean the same thing as your sacrifice.
Deflecting with ambiguity. Okay. So, true. Interpretation can vary with different people, but principles don't. Like we can argue about what the cross mean to us personally, but nobody's arguing about who carried it. You see what I'm saying? Like the principle of sacrifice doesn't change just because people don't like how it feels. Jesus set the standard. It's not a suggestion. So that's why I'm confused about when you say it's my interpretation.
Well, I'm saying that because at the end of the day, people have free will to do whatever they decide they want to do.
Facts.
So long as people do what they think they need to do, and they feel like they are still in good standing with the Lord, they're gonna do that.
Mm,
Whether whether it's getting a divorce, whether it's making it work, whatever one they decide in that moment, and as long as they think they are still good with God, they're gonna do whatever they think they need to do.
mm. We gotta stop hiding behind this your interpretation every time truth hits a nerve, babe. Because like the Bible don't been around our comfort. If Christ showed love through sacrifice, people don't get to rewrite it because it costs you convenience. Like that's the standard. So everybody wants leadership into like it means carrying something heavy. Everybody wants headship until it means humbling yourself first.
What I'm saying is whatever you decide to do, I can't sit here and judge you as a person and say that you wrong or that you ain't got no relationship with God or that you ain't talked to God about your situation. You might have talked to God about your situation. You feel like God told you your sacrifice was getting a divorce. Your sacrifice was starting over. Well, you don't know that.
But then you just say like if a person feels like they're in right standing with God, like being in
Right.
right standing is not a feeling though.
Yes, it is. At the end of the day, it is.
Just like the
It,
children feel like they furries.
yep.
That's ridiculous. Come on, bro. Come
Okay.
on.
So how do you know how do you know you're in right standing with God?
Oh, because the word says and tells us, it literally gives out most things in every single category. It gives out every category and then individually names some of the things. Like it literally gives
So
every
so
single category under the sun, and then it
but
individually names most things. And some stuff is not in the Bible, like smoking, but it does fall under the category of defiling the temple because the temple is the body. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
so
yeah,
let me
like,
ask you a question. So
wait,
let me
I'm
ask you a
still
question.
answering your question. Wait, I'm still answering.
Okay, I thought you were done. Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So how many different religions is out there?
It's impossible for me to know that. I'm not everywhere. I'm not
Okay,
omniscient. I'm not
but
omnipresent.
okay, okay, that's cool. Okay, but can you agree it's more than one?
Religions? Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So you gonna go to these religions? So you think you can physically go to these religions and tell them that they don't think they in right standing with God because every religion thinks something different.
Well, now you have to.
So can you go to them and tell them all of them that they are not in right standing with God or that they don't think they are
I'm trying to answer,
because
but
what they believe?
I'll wait. Just let me know when you're done.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
So go ahead.
Every time I talk, you start like, okay. I forgot the question. What was the question? Ask me again.
So you don't go to every religion and tell them they're not in right standing with God.
Well, I can't. I wouldn't go to every religion and tell them that they're in right standard with God because their God could be a cow. Their God
That
could be
they're not.
Buddha. Their God could be Muhammad. Their God could be Allah. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say God. I would go to them and tell them you're not in right standing with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, like Jesus Christ of Nazareth, because that's what the Bible is preaching. You see what I'm saying? Like it's not
Oh, okay,
like
you just
it
on the all
literally
in one
says,
that serve a different type of God.
well,
Okay,
if you serve anything but Christ, the
so
Bible calls that idolatry.
so let me break this down a little bit more since I see what you're trying to do. So what about the people that believe in God? What about them religions? So you gonna go tell them that they're not right with God?
I didn't know that it was more than one religion that celebrates Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. Because you said
You got
religions.
Pentecostal, Pentecostal do. You got Baptists that do. You got
Those aren't religions. Those are called
the,
denominations
the,
under the religion of Christianity.
the, the we technical now. Okay. Okay. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I got the giggles tonight.
Yeah, you said that one time already. Okay.
I'm gonna keep saying it. I feel like it's awkward. I want to talk about the feeling that you were saying earlier.
Go ahead.
You were saying other people feel like they're in right standing with God.
I said everybody feel like it. If you believe in
And I,
God, most of the people that believe in God feel like they're in right standing with God. You can't
but that's,
you can't tell me you can't tell me you can go to a person that believe in God right now that believe they say and they tell you, oh no, I ain't in right standing with God. I'm going to hell.
but see, the problem is feeling right with God don't mean that you are. Like the Bible don't say walk by feelings, it say walk by faith. And faith is obedience, not emotion. So if you go to the Bible, Romans 8:16 through 17 say like some about the spirit himself testifies with our spirit that we are his children. So you should have a spirit inside of you testifying with God the Father so that you will know that you're his child. That means the Holy Spirit, not your feelings, confirms the alignment with Christ. If the spirit convicts you, redirects you, or produces fruit, that's the confirmation, not how you feel. You know, like if all you feel, because people feel comfortable in sin, that's deception. That's not. peace. Like 1 John 2:3-4 says, we know that we have come to know him if we keep his commandments. It literally says that's how you know you are a Christ. Like plain. It's not a parable or nothing. So like knowing you're in right standing ain't about what you feel. It's about what you follow. Obedience is the evidence. Again, in
Okay.
James 2:17, faith without works is dead. And it's another scripture that say faith is without works is dead being alone. Them two different scriptures, but real faith moves different. So if your actions don't line up with God's words, how is that right standing? That's not right standing. That's wishful thinking. Like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's why I was laughing because, like, that's funny. I ain't never heard nobody say that before.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm just, the thought of that is hilarious to me because, like, it literally says in Proverbs 14:12 that there's a way that seems right to man, but its end is the way to death. And so the translation behind it is just because it feel right don't mean that it is. I mean, and that's what we teach our kids and stuff, right? You know what I mean? So like you can't measure the righteousness by your mood. The spirit can't whisper peace while you walking in rebellion. Feelings are temporary, right? Can we agree?
They're only temporary until you die. As
But
long as you live
when
and
you
breathe
die,
earth,
you're in
once
eternity,
you live
right?
and breathe, once you live, as long as you live and breathe on this earth, feelings are very valid, and you will have them.
I didn't say they weren't valid. I said they were temporary. So
Well,
when something is temporary, that means that it's not that way all of the time. Just like some people are upset in the world right now, this very second, but that don't mean that they'll be upset in 10 minutes. It's a temporary feeling. You see what I'm saying? I didn't say that they weren't valid. I'm just saying that's not how you measure whether or not you belong to God. That's all I was
oh,
saying. Like a feeling can't make you measure that. And the Bible told us in like 3 or 4 different scriptures. That's not even all of them. I'm trying to see if I can think of some more. But like you're in right standing when correction don't offend you anymore. When conviction don't scare you. When conviction guides you, right? When you don't just say, "Oh, I love God," but your choices finally start looking like you love God, because that's what the words say, right? Your feelings ain't fruit. It's not fruit.
okay.
The Holy Spirit don't just comfort you; He check you with a hard check mark. Mr. Greazy,
Mm-hmm.
you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
I promise I'm not laughing at you. I promise I got the giggles tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the topic that was tonight. Like, what were y'all talking about before I got on here?
I already told you that. You knew we were talking about. That's why you came up.
No, I had chimed in on what was happening when I came in. Um, I can't actually see the topic when we first came on. It's not letting me in backstage.
It was
It's like a lag. Oh, I'm sorry.
love it. It was love at first. Who falls in love faster, men or women?
Maybe women do. What do you think?
I think it can go either way, but definitely women.
Okay. Well, all right. I just wanted to say my piece. Thank you for having me.
All right, appreciate you for coming up.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, be blessed.
You too. Appreciate you. All right, so yeah, we've been on with about 340. Shoot. I think this is why we live out and down. Honestly, I'm tired. Really. So yeah. So back to the topic for a second. I think men might fall in love. Men might fall faster. Women probably fall wiser. But the real love happens when they fall together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to get up out of here. Like until next time. You know, if you see somebody or you know somebody or you love somebody that God dog, my words got tired. If you love someone, uh, go tell them, go check on them, let them know that you love them. That's what someone going through today could very well be you tomorrow. Um, so, hey, just keep your heart safe out there. You know, catch me next time, bro. You know, we on this thing again. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully tomorrow with another wild one. Hopefully. So, till then, stay real, stay greasy. Peace. Much love. Mississippi. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody tapped in tonight. Appreciate JNYG Studio for coming up the studio. I kind of appreciate everybody commenting. Uh, so, if you liking it, please subscribe. Till next time, be blessed.